Alright, hello and welcome to another episode of the Hartlepool United Road to Glory Youth Academy Career Mode here on Twitch. If you're watching live on Twitch, get involved in the chat, leave your follow, and if you watched on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed the video. If possible, you don't have to, it's not mandatory, but leave a like, comment, and a sub, and I would appreciate it from you. But anyway, we are here today with some more of a top team in League Two. At the moment, we are a top team in League Two because Exeter have had a little slippy slope, and we've managed to take advantage of that with some big wins. And I don't just mean big as in how important they are to get 3 points. I mean big as in the score line. And I'll show you where we're at in a minute. But this is how the table's looking. Hartlepool sit atop the League Two's table with Exeter in second, Bradford in that third automatic promotion spot, with Tranmere, Colchester, Mansfield, and Grimsby in the playoffs. And as we read down, this is how the rest of the league is looking. If your team's there any further down, I apologise. And the bottom two that would be going to the National League were in the game are Crawley and Barrow. So not a good season for them. Looking into the FA Cup, we got knocked out very early on in the first round, but I think we deduced that we would have been against somebody in the fourth round. Bristol Rovers would have gone up against Aston Villa after beating Wolves, so it would have been a very fun tournament. So we would have got Wolves in the third round anyway. And in the Carabao Cup, how would we have gone? Because I forgot, I don't think I checked this. Bristol City. Am I blind? They lost to Coventry, and then Coventry lost to Spurs, and then Spurs beat Leeds, and then Spurs lost to Liverpool. So we'd be against Liverpool at this point in this one as well. So there we go. Bear with me, guys. Right, this is how the Papa John's trophy is looking. We topped our group in that, but we got knocked off at Exeter, so we would have faced Carlisle, and then we would have faced Grimsby. So we've already faced Grimsby. We could probably have beaten them. So maybe bottled that a little bit. But we will be hopefully focusing on the league now because it's the only competition we can focus on. And with exactly 20 games left, it should take exactly 4 episodes to finish off this season, which means it'll be done by the end of next week, and we'll know whether we're in League One or not. So about the stream schedule as well, are here before we go into the actual fixture schedule today. It's been a bit all over the place this week. But that's purely because of the heat and the fact I've just not wanted to be inside streaming and not outside in the sun, really. Outside enjoying the hot weather. It's now raining again, so Scotland's come back. I don't know how long that'll be for. And that's absolutely fine because it means the weather's cooled down and it's more comfortable to stream in these conditions. So hopefully next week will be the usual Monday, Wednesday, Friday career mode days. And then tomorrow, potentially, not going to commit to it, we will finish off Bolton. We'll finish off, do that third part of the Bolton rebuild and get that completed. And we'll move on to our next rebuild sometime down the line. I'm not committing to anything for tomorrow because it's Father's Day, so I might be out for that, celebrating that. Not myself, obviously, but with my father. And then Monday, career mode. Tuesday, I don't know. Wednesday, Friday, career mode, definitely now. We'll try to get back on that grind of 3 times a week with the career mode. And throughout that, I think the audio issues seem to have subsided, but I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to tempt fate. So maybe The Walking Dead makes a return, and maybe we'll just do some other streams here and there as well. So without any further ado, let's get into looking at the schedule. Been some time, mate. Fully moved into my new home. Got a baby on the way. De Gea's going to Saudi. Let's bloody go. It's all coming up, Jordan, in the chat. Fair play, mate. Well done, and congratulations on moving and the baby. And I'm doing fine. I'm a little less warm than I have been the past week, so I'm all good. So today we've got Bradford away, which is going to be an awful game to play. The one game I'm scared of most in the league is the Bradford game. So we'll play that. We'll also play Carlisle at Victoria Park, and then the January transfer window will close. That'll be it for the season, with Doncaster away from home, Crawley at home, and then Newport will finish the fixtures today on the 11th of February. So we'll probably get another scout report in that time as well. I say another scout report. I've not scouted all season. I don't know what I'm on about. I'm wondering, what do we need to strengthen before the window closes? I think we're fine as we are, honestly. I don't think there's an issue here. The team is set. We have brought in Mateo Rojas as a backup, and he had a good debut. Not too bad for him. But we'll put Duncan back in. But this is going to be our new backup goalkeeper, Mateo Rojas. Good all-rounder, good left foot, and I think he's got a good bit of potential to grow. And we kept Arango around because, of course, we have. We need to keep that man around. He is fantastic. But I think I might try and find a loan for Bernard because Arango's become like my new pet project here at Hartlepool. Happy Father's Day, Jabu Tshabalala. Fucking hell. Right. So, well, I didn't even check the results from last episode. Last episode was a bit of a fun one, actually, to be honest, for goals anyway. We kicked off with a 3-1 win against Gillingham. We then battled to a 2-1 victory away at Tranmere. Following that was a questionable game against Colchester, but we did draw 3-3 ultimately, and we got a point there. And then we kind of just demolished the other two teams. I don't really know how to explain what happened in the Grimsby game. We were 2-1 down at half-time. But then we suddenly just decided, fuck it, we're going to go all out. And we got 6 goals in the second half to win 7-2. And then we continued that run of form, that run of goals, to defeat Leyton Orient 5-1. Should have been 5-0, but unlucky own goal. Cost Rojas his first clean sheet and his debut, which is kind of annoying, but it is the way it goes sometimes. But what a fucking episode it was last time, and we hope to continue that momentum as we sit atop the table and try and make a bit of a gap between us and the rest of the teams, and we can secure League One promotion. Rodriguez nets brace as Hartlepool grab win over Leyton Orient. Rodriguez got his name on the score sheet for Hartlepool United in their 5-1 against Leyton Orient. The manager of the year wasn't announced as Jabu Tshabalala. It's Pep Guardiola, who has been named manager of the year after leading Manchester City for an outstanding campaign. The team of the week from that last week there was Mateo Rojas in his debut. He got the goalkeeper spot along with Ollie McGregor at right back, and then Ethan Roberts on the wing with Carlos Rodriguez as one of the strikers. Pinto would be possibly making his debut. I don't know who he is, but he's a Brazilian CDM, and I don't know how Bradford have managed to attract a Brazilian CDM, but that's the way we go, apparently. And then with this, it'll probably just be telling me that it's a close game and Bradford need to catch up. Bradford City play host to Hartlepool United in a massive fixture which looks to have set to have a real impact at the top of the table. The league leaders will be tested by one of the few teams in this league with enough quality to offer them a genuine challenge. A win for Hartlepool United will represent another major huge stride on the march towards a title. But if Bradford City can pull off an upset though, it will give them renewed hope and mount a challenge themselves. I don't think it would be an upset if Bradford beat us, but I guess that's what it is. And then we've also got Isaacson, who made his debut and got a broken elbow injury, the poor kid. He was looking really good on his debut as well, Linus Isaacson. But because he's now injured for 2 months, we've seen him for a little bit. And we've got Howell with some transfer rumours here from Cambor and from Pohang Steelers. He will not be going anywhere, at least not till the summer. And maybe even then he won't be going. But he's hit his potential, so I'm not saying no to offers. What's his valuation? I might entertain some kind of offer potentially. Now he's hit his potential. He is worth 1.1. I might just keep him on, honestly. But that is how we go. Started a Mansfield career mode, got promoted first season, relegated season 2, finished 15th in the 3rd season. Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, at least you're giving it a go. Do you not play on Legendary anyway? I'm still world class, so at least you're a step ahead of me. Alright. First game against Bradford then. Who's that Pep lad? Never heard of him. Some treble winning guy apparently. I don't know. Don't know who he is. I will take a point against Bradford City, to be honest. This isn't time for predictions. I've got no confidence that we're going to get 3 points here, from being honest with you. I know we've just come off 2 ginormous wins at the end of last episode, a 7-2 and a 5-1. But Bradford City are one of the teams in the league that can match quality with us, really. And we've got to respect them. I'd like to say we can go and win this, but I've not played FIFA in about 4 days. I got the title race. I don't think so. With 3 points clear at the top, so I'm going to say no, because we are in first place right now. But let's try and grind some results here. I don't think we'll get the max 15 points today, but I'll be happy to get 12 maybe. Just reviewing my games again here. We've got Bradford, could be difficult. Carlisle should be fine. Doncaster will be difficult. Crawley will be fine. And Newport could be a problem. I mean, Crawley could be a problem as well if they're bottom of the league, because I always lose to bottom of the league. Alright, so we've got the game against Bradford to open up today, and Pinto will be starting. I wonder if he's any good. That's quite a good Bradford City team. It's going to be a test here. I'm wondering whether to bring Rojas in for this one, and I think I'm going to keep Duncan, actually. Because I don't want to overwhelm Rojas too early. Right. Contreras, Galloway. Yeah, the back four is staying as is. Could really do another cam option now. Saxon's injured, to be honest. Munoz could maybe slot in there, or Malanga could go to the bench, actually. J-Rod, or C-Rod even. I like call him J-Rod. J. Rodriguez in my mind for whatever reason will start alongside Jay Marango. Why not? He's been a fucking wonder kid this season. And the rest of the team will look like this with the armband going to Galloway. And that is the team we're going to use against Bradford City at the Valley Parade. It is Duncan in goal, Moffat and McGregor as the full-backs, Contreras and Galloway as the centre-backs, with Galloway captain in the side, Cochrane and Mills as the centre midfield options, with Cochrane at centre mid and Mills up in cam. Ochoa off the left, Roberts off the right, with Arango and Rodriguez up top. And I've got a lot of faith in these boys to get a result. I don't know if it'll be a win, but a result, I'll take a result in some kind of capacity. So, first game of the day, Bradford City versus Hartlepool United. Let's get into it. You want to know who made me get relegated? Davis Kaler done. Bloody Pratt. He's been a pain in this career mode when he played Mansfield. I hope we don't get relegated on the way up. I mean, maybe from the Premier League, but I hope we don't get relegated from League 1 and back down to League 2 for Season 5. That'll be a fucking nightmare. Good and Bradford don't belong in the same sentence. We'll have no Bradford slander, thank you. Been a tough enough season already. I don't know this Pinto guy. I don't know how good he's going to be. The rest of this squad actually looks quite good. I don't know why we've got Gilead at CDM. That would be my only question. That's not Matthew, the fucking Barcelona player, is it? The former Barcelona lad. I forgot his first name. Jeremy, I think. I sold him and he had a hat-trick and ruined my fucking goal difference, sent me back down. I almost bought him back just to let him rot in the reserves, but the club's finances are in the mud. Well, realistically, I think it was your fault for selling him at this point, looking at that. You just kept him around. I'm going to do a little squad report in Bradford before we actually kick off for this game. I'll let the whole lineups and everything be done, and then I'm going to check, before we kick off, what the fuck is going on with this Bradford team. I want to see his Pintos overall, and I want to see if that Matthew... Oh, excuse me, I've got a sore throat. That Matthew is the former Barcelona man. Let's have a look. Right, let's have a look. First of all, Pinto's 65. Okay, it's not out of this world. And Matthew is a regen. Okay, you know what? Not a bad lineup. Beatable, but Bradford have always caused me issues in this career mode thus far. This kid here, Elliot List, is faster than most. Again, I've not played in about a week, so... or about 4 days, so rusty. Made the tackle with Moffat, and the game didn't want to, you know, register that. And Logan Matthew from the right back spot nearly got a goal. It would have been nice if, when I made the tackle, I got the ball. That's okay. Can't get it all in this world, unfortunately. Mills. Doesn't jump, even though I pressed to jump with him. That's okay. Bradshaw can press, gets a foot in, and it's a clean tackle. Bradshaw's quite good at tackling, you know, for a winger. I like it. Moffat, inside to Cochrane. And now Pinto. Mills, over to Roberts. Oh, effort's blocked by Stubbs. Didn't really fall for Roberts there to take a shot. I can maybe try and lay that off to somebody. Cochrane. Arango. Out to Ochoa. Back into Arango. Oh, it's on the right. He's got second attempt at it. It's just wide from Jim Arango. Had a youth academy lad I really believed in to replace the abomination that youth player was. Those two moves selling down and back in that youth lad sent me back 2 seasons. Should have been in the championship by now. Oh no. I mean, it could always come back around. Still play it how you got 15 seasons on a career mode, so if this fucking Hartlepool rise takes 15 seasons, you won't be seeing me on FIFA 24 till like next June. McGregor wins out a battle with a awkward bouncy ball there. Cochrane. Moffat. Inside to Arango. Oh, I should have played to Rodriguez. I'm an idiot. Ochoa. Now Moffat. Ochoa again. Moffat's making an overlapping run. I think he went offside though. I played it too late because I'm an absolute moron. So that's the end of that attack. Quite a bit offside, quite frankly. I just took a second too long to make the move, unfortunately. Brain did not compute the run. I wanted to bring Ochoa forward, but try to bring Moffat forward. I'm personal, but I'd let my defence in defence. Cochrane, good close down. Ochoa can't poke it through. It's going to be a fucking battle and a half. Need to defend well, which is not in my remit. Contreras did have it initially, but then lost it under pressure. Laced from range, it's just wide. It's actually a lot closer than I thought it was. The guy with the long name, I can't remember his. I know his first name's Terry or Terence, so I'm just going to call him Terence rather than Zvukamanja. Well, that's not too bad to see. We're just going to go with Terence. He scored against us last time, so keep an eye on him. Oh, that's an awful touch, man. I hate when it does those just random heavy touches that you can't control. Because I found a way to try and control them, it just doesn't work this year. It worked last year when they were happening. You just don't hold the right trigger, but I don't anymore when that happens, so it still doesn't help. Went around the box with menacing intent. Can't get the ball off him. Shot in the end though was nothing to worry about for Logan Duncan. Moffat. Oh, good run, but Cochrane, what a challenge. It will be a Bradford throw, but it's a good challenge from Jack Cochrane. If it's season 5 and I'm not in the championship, my console will go for a swim, as will I with my bloody toaster in the bath. Jesus. High stakes then. Life on the line, quite literally. Arango, through to Ochoa. Can he cut inside? He's getting his t-shirt put. Referee. Ref. Cochrane, it doesn't matter, ref. Don't say anything. 1-0. I wanted to try and cut him with Ochoa and take a shot on him, but he's done well under the pressure of fouling. Then he plays it off to Cochrane, who just pokes it away. It's 1-0 Hartlepool. I'm wondering if this might be getting a little bit too easy, or maybe it's just the fact that we should be in this position anyway. Over the next couple of episodes, I'm going to kind of review how the game feels to play, and we'll maybe change sliders if necessary. But for now, we'll just stick with it. 1-0. The Valley Parade. First goal goes to Hartlepool through Jack Cochrane. And I honestly thought, I might have got a penalty for that front of Ochoa stuff, but apparently not. Which has worked out anyway, because Cochrane's found the finish instead. 5th goal of the season for Jack Cochrane from centre mid, which ain't too bad, you know. Got about the same as Mills this year now, because Mills has been struggling with goals this year, but he does score. That's a poor pass from McGregor. Arango trying to find Ochoa, but didn't have enough sauce on the pass. Didn't have enough power or anything to get through. Good tackle Galloway, and we'll just play it back. We'll just play it smart here. Logan Duncan. Back to Galloway. And now McGregor, who I've really put faith in, and it's worked out. Rodriguez. Ball in towards Arango. Doesn't get it. Second bite of cherry. It's going to be blocked by Platt. And Arango nearly got there to make it potentially 2-0. I said it definitely would have been. The chance was there. Paulison, no McGregor to kind of catch up. Galloway commits a cross and does very well. Just going to cross it across the park. Ref is being assaulted. Yeah, literally, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Ochoa got assaulted and it just The ref was like, didn't see it, mate. Towards Rodriguez. Oh, fair enough, mate. I was wanting you to go for a header, but nothing wrong with going for that, I suppose. It's slightly off target, and by slightly I mean very, but you got to respect the effort. Rodriguez knows he's here for the duration, and he's going to try and make an impact for as long as he can. There's one player that I know is probably going to go absolutely nowhere. It's Carlos Rodriguez. He's our day one project, and now he's got potential to be special. I'm happy to keep going with him. Choa, oh, sends Matthew to the floor. I do love Fran Ochoa now. He's a bit better. Then again, he's just done a silly touch, and I regret saying what I just said. Press more, lads. Come on. Oh, we're not really pressing enough here. And Bradford will get away. I guess we go Galloway because we're going to switch back to McGregor. Good save, Duncan. It wouldn't let me go back to my right back there. By the way, don't pass it back to the keeper and hold the L2, R2 buttons or whatever they are in Xbox. Mate told me to, and it fucked me over. No, I know not to do that. Don't worry. Because I'm pretty sure one does like a dummy and it goes past the keeper. Corner Bradford. They're going to play it short. Fuck's sake. Alright. Curtis Mills is going to come and maybe do something about it. At least the plan was that he would do something about it. He's ended up doing nothing. Good shot and save, I guess. It wasn't really enough on it by Pinto. Duncan was there to hold it. That could have gone wrong. Because the last episode, Duncan had a couple of stinky situations where he could have saved it with no problem. And the rebound just fell straight to them. When it was easier just to hold on to the ball. Back post. Ochoa. I mean, mate, put something on the header if you wanted to put it in the back of the net, lad. That's not going to go in with that little amount of power, is it? Last attack of the half could go Bradford's way. It will go Bradford's way. I've committed with Galloway. Or not Galloway, with Moffat. I picked up the ball, and that should be the half. Just kind of running it down the line. Okay, alright. Didn't expect to get as far, to be honest. Back post, perhaps. Towards Roberts. Oh, it nearly worked. It's a good save from Lewis. Honestly, I expected Moffat to get tackled, but we got given the chance there and we nearly took it. It's a great ball across by Douglas Moffat. He made the run the whole way down the line. Roberts had a decent effort, saved by Lewis. Shot was as dead as Kenny. I'm hoping you're meaning their shot. Not my shot, because my shot was good. And we have a lead at the break, which didn't expect, honestly, but I'm happy about it. 1-0 between Newport and Gillingham. 1-0 to Crawley over Mansfield. 0-0 between Swindon and Wimbledon. 1-0 between Morecambe and Barrow. 1-0 to Rochdale over Doncaster. Carlisle leading Tranmere 1-0. Leyton Orient drawing 1-1 with Salford, and Forest Green leading Stevenage 1-0 as well. And looking at the match facts, we are 1-0 up, and probably deservedly so, although the shot accuracy leaves a lot to be desired. 54-46 in terms of possession in favour of the home side, but 8 shots to 5 and 2.6 expected goals to 1.2 in our favour means that we probably deserve the lead at this point. So as we head into the second half, let's try and wrap it up, and let's try and assure that Bradford don't get back into this. Timo Roberts, it wasn't the greatest of efforts, but still a very good save. Are you not going to overlap me, Moffat, like you always do? Okay, fair enough then. The impression that you would. Rodriguez, blocked. Kind of want to take it around the other side of the defender, but it delayed a second and it kind of died instead. Chapman can be through. It's closed down by McGregor, and Moffat can bring it away. I do love the fullbacks, you know. McGregor's really shone in the absence of Ramon Alonso, and Moffat's just shone. Switching from right back to left back, and he's done very well. I'm an idiot. I should have passed that earlier to Rango. Oh, fuck. Contreras comes across and dominates. Chapman. Bring it away. Hopefully, I'm just going to boot it. I don't trust this game. Arango wins it. On to Cochrane. Ochoa's making the run. He's got space to work here for Ochoa. Cut inside. They don't know where he's going to go. And Cochrane tries to keep it alive, but it will go for a corner. 38% shot accuracy is mental. I mean, sometimes you've got to take risks. Getting relegated after you get promoted is mental, alright, man? You should have told me that. I'll use that against you now. Be a chance to take the corner. Towards, hopefully, someone with height. Rodriguez is the one with height. Straight at the goalkeeper, though. Cochrane knocks it back to McGregor. Rom's gone to United. Not a bad signing. We need a good left back. We've got Shaw, I suppose, and Malacia. But Rom would be a good option as well. Took a look at the biggest January moves at the end of the episode. Moffat with a good tackle. It bounces all the way to Rodriguez. I've got a bit lucky there. Arango. Could try and send Ochoa on his way. It's not the greatest of passes. Fernando Ochoa's going to try and pick out Jim Arango on the return. Oh, that's a beautiful ball. Fernando Ochoa. Oh, it's a great save. Going to come back to Cochrane, who's... What the fuck's he done with that? How did he not get that? What the fuck? McGregor picks it up. And a second challenge. Great tackle from McGregor. Mills into Roberts. Ball in the middle. Rodriguez doesn't get a touch. What is this game? And now it could be a counter for Bradford. Oh, Jesus Christ. 2 half decent efforts to put something on goal there, and it's just not happened. Ball in. It's going to be blocked enough by Moffat and should be booted away by Contreras if the game will allow me, which it will, which is good. Rodriguez knocks it onto Roberts. Rodriguez is asking for over the top. It's going to lock onto Arango instead. I need someone to tell me why it's done that, because I've not put it anywhere near the number 48, or number 38, sorry. That's all the way back to Gilead, which is an interesting strategy, but it could work. Good tackle, Galloway. This centre-back partnership, I love it. I love it. It may not work all the time, but the majority of the time it does. And Roberts is going to have to give chase here over Platt. Will he be able to get the ball? No. We're going to make some changes anyway. That was kind of just to get it away. Right. Malanga comes in just for a bit of help on that side with Palacios for Ochoa. And we'll bring on Sar for Arango. Arango's not felt it today, to be honest. Neither is Rodriguez, but I feel like I'm going to get more out of him than with Arango. I can't remember who scored that goal. I think it was Cochrane, wasn't it? I've not outstrengthed Terence there, and it's come in for a Bradford opportunity, which has been well saved by Duncan. Terence coming off now for Young. I thought it was going to be a matter of Contreras outstrengthening him and bringing the ball away, and that nearly ended up being my mistake. 16 minutes to go here at Valley Parade. Blocked by Palacios initially. Second ball comes back to Bradford, because of course it does. Blocked by Curtis Mills. Rodriguez heads it away. We need a counter now. Jean-Paul Sarr gets bodied. Gets the ball though. He's going to keep going. But Platt there and brings it away from the Senegalese striker. Not doing much with it though. Just passing it around, which I guess is the right thing to be doing, but not with any attacking intent. Ball over the top. You're not going to get a ball over the top with Contreras about. He's 6'6", my guy. McGregor will bring it away from List. I'm surprised McGregor's fast enough to bring it away from List. He's got a bit of a run here. Now McGregor has aimed it at the wrong person. It's going to come through Moffat with an interception. We're kind of holding on here a little bit. I was hoping to go for a second and maybe wrap the game up, but it's more of a hold-on situation. Although Rodriguez could be through here. There is no Bradford men marking Carlos Rodriguez, and he's put it wide. I doubt it, but did you watch the France game yesterday? Cameron is generational. What a talent. He's only 20 as well. Really think he could be an all-time great if he stays fit most of his career. Oh, no doubt. He'll be fantastic. Because the way he's adapted to left-back as well, it's just ridiculous. And I know they were only playing... I didn't watch the match. I knew they were playing Gibraltar. But Camavinga is ridiculously good. Would love to take him at United, but I don't think it'll ever happen. Only that's a career mode only transfer, I think. Bradford still looking for that equaliser. Hartlepool still trying to do everything to prevent it. Once again, fuck off. I should have gone. Any other time that would have gone target. Good save by Duncan. I thought he was going to let it fall to a Bradford player, but he's held on to it. That's gone to Rodriguez. It was meant for Mills, but that's okay. Roberts, we've got to use our pace here, boys. We've got to use our pace. Try and grab a second here. Rodriguez is getting pulled about all over the place. Yes, we will take the free kick. Thank you very much, sir. Stubbs getting pulled back for that one. He's full dominating at centre-back, CDM, left-back. Yeah, he's just a different player. He's still so young. It looks like I fouled him there, but realistically, he's the one pulling on my shirt trying to get my autograph. All right. With minutes left, we've got a decent free kick opportunity. Going to try and float this in. I don't know how successful it'll be. Towards Palacios, he's not very tall. Galloway on the edge. Sarr. You get pressured if you don't play it off. Okay, I did play it off and still didn't go to the correct player. Just a moment. Oh, bollocks. Got a horrible feeling, boys. I've got a horrible feeling. Curtis Mills comes across really well. Only 2 minutes to go. Oh, Jesus. Not a great ball from Sarr. But as long as it wastes enough time that they don't get a chance, they will get a chance here. Oh, fucking hell. Contreras closed it down. And that's a great defensive performance today from Hartlepool. And it's a big 3 points. 1-0 win over Bradford City at the Valley Parade. That is a win, I think, that really sets the tone for the rest of the season now. If we could beat one of the top teams, so it wasn't, you know, it wasn't a big scoreline, but it was important. We defended well. Duncan came up trumps when we needed him. Another clean sheet. I'm excited to see what we could do for the rest of the season. If we could beat Bradford without really needing to struggle too much, I think the rest of the teams in this league will probably fall to Hartlepool United, which would be good, which would be fantastic, and it means we can go up to League One with the League Two title, which is what the board want, which is what I wouldn't mind. I'd like any promotion, but if we can go for that League Two title, I'll take it. Looking at the stats then, Bradford maybe should have had something out of this. Shot accuracy is still abysmal from me. 54-46 in terms of possession, 13 shots to 9. And 3.5 expected goals to 2.5. We do win 1-0 and we do deserve it, but I could have gone either way, honestly. And a perfect defensive performance today, as well as Fran Ochoa getting man of the match. Okay, did not expect him to be getting the man of the match, but he did actually do really well down the left, so I shouldn't be surprised. An assist and an 8.1 for the Argentinian winger. Logan Duncan getting an 8, stopping whatever Bradford had to throw at him. Shots on target 6, saves 6, and not to mention the clean sheet as well. McGregor and Moffat, solid fullbacks, can always rely on them. Cochrane with the goal as well as 7.4. And I felt like Contreras and Galloway deserved a bit more rating there, but I suppose it did get broken through a couple of times, maybe slightly too easily. As for Bradford, their best player was Terence. He got 7.8, and I'm surprised he didn't score, to be honest, the way he was pushing. But he didn't, thankfully, and these are the rest of the ratings from the Bradford side. Lewis as well kept us at bay. It could have been a 2 or 3 potentially for us as well. Shots, 5 on target, 4 saves, 1 conceded. 5 shots at 13 on target is a bit mad. We're keeping an eye on Matthew and Pinto, though. There could be potential signings down the line. Whenever we play these teams now, we're just kind of looking at regions to see if we want them, you know. I'll head to post-match interview then, but that's a good fucking start to today's episode. And I'm really hoping Exeter have dropped more points. It gives us a bit more breathing room at the top. Oh, that was disciplined, I think is the word I'm looking for. Disciplined performance there from us. We've not been unbeaten since the start of the League 2 season, because that would be mental. We've unbeaten for a little while now. look strong today, I tell you that much for free. Shooting accuracy is a bit of a contentious point. We might need to work on shooting a bit more. But, beyond that, cracking performance. Why don't we threaten second half? I don't think we really needed to. I mean, we did need to, but every player did his job ultimately, and that's all that matters. Can't wait till I swing about a legend, the owner of my heart, the love of my life, not my fiance, Jabu Tshabalala. I just keep going at the top of the table with winning against one of the chasing pack. Yeah, we were. We held on, and it was built on good defensive work. I can't say that a lot, but we were very strong in defence today. And when they did get through on the occasion, Logan Duncan had it covered, had it sorted. And it means that we stay at the top of the table. And I'm hoping Exeter lost, but they haven't played yet. I guess we'll find out by the next game. Any transfer offers? I'm willing to part ways with a couple of people. Malangu, however, is not one of them. And for Jackson Barlow, I'm happy to take him, or happy for him to go on a loan to the end of the season. He's got good potential, and we'll see how he goes. Now, Patterson is one that I'm 50-50 on, honestly, because I don't know how he's going to break in. Because Moffat is more or less the starting left-back, probably for the series, depending on how his potential pans out. He's still got showing great potential. We've got Guzman, who's transfer listed. Rob Patterson, I don't think I had him on the list. I think I'm going to decline and keep him around for now. I'd rather get Guzman out than Patterson, I think. Because they're like the Scottish core of this squad. But come back to me in the summer, we'll see what we can do. Because Nkosi will come back off the loan that he's on, and he'll probably end up being the backup again to Moffat. And then we can maybe move Patterson on, potentially. Do you see they want 100 million for Hoyland? Clouds fully know that they can rob us. He's at most worth 35, 45 million. I know, it's just the fucking market nowadays as well. It's saturated to fuck. Exeter did drop points again, so we've got a bit of a gap now. But yeah, it's just, we overpay every time. And it's a bit ridiculous. But we kind of dug our own grave. How's my manager rate? Just have interest. How's my manager rating still going down? We're top of the league. We're doing well. We've got the funds because we sold Sutherland. And probably won't do that youth development one, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, good start to the episode, at the very least. And I'm trying to remember who I did put on the transfer list. So I'll have a look. Bernard. I put him on the transfer list? Oh, fair enough. Okay, and Harkin I put him on the transfer list as well. I guess we do have one too many strikers. And then the rest of these players on loan, except for Isaacson, who probably won't go anywhere now because he's got a broken elbow. But that's fine otherwise. And in the Acad, how are people looking? Do we want to bring anyone up? I think we're okay for now. We've got one space in the team anyway. And we're just going to leave it like this for now. And we'll go accordingly. Did I not give... Oh, I didn't do any for 5 players. Wilson, Hansen, Carlson, and Kosi, and another Tshabalala. Alright, let's figure this out then. So first of all, he is... I mean, he could pass as a striker. We could maybe try and make him into a striker. No, 40 weeks. Okay, winger it is then. Hansen, definitely a winger and definitely looks quite good as well, honestly. Work on those attacking work rates because he's got low, and I don't want that, honestly. I would like some help in the attack. They saw us give Ajax 80 million or whatever. Anthony said, yeah, we need some of that. Yeah, it's ridiculous. There was we were looking at Ramos as well, but Benfica want 80 million for him. It's ridiculous. Fucking prices. We're going to end up with nobody, aren't we? And Kosi's absolutely a winger. So we'll figure it out with him. And I thought I did this at the end of the last episode, but I mustn't have done. And Msunguli Tshabalala is a left back and quite a good one, to be honest. With the right amount of work. Oh, actually, he's got high attacking work rates. Do we want to try and push him up the left wing, perhaps? How long would that take, theoretically? 12 weeks. You know what, we'll go left back first and maybe change it after. Veghorst on a permanent. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. Genuinely wouldn't be surprised. There's no fucking ambition from us yet, which is annoying. I'm hoping we get a striker, and as long as it's not Veghorst, I'll take it. Anyway, up next then on the agenda for this episode, we've got Carlisle United. They're sat in 8th, and they're very close to being involved in the playoff race. Of course, in real life, they're now in League One. But in this save, they're not even one goal off promotion. It's because Morecambe have scored more that they're in 8th. And we are sat atop the league, which makes me very happy. 5 points clear now because Exeter dropped points. Who did they drop points to? Harrogate. Thank you very much, Harrogate, for that. So we'll go to this pre-match press conference. And I hope this is the beginning of us just going clear of every other League 2 side like we should be. Like we should be doing. Like we should have done earlier this season, honestly. I mean, we're not struggling to find consistency, and the title bid hasn't faltered because we've been undefeated for a while now. And we're 5 points clear. Fair enough. Apparently we're not doing good enough despite being 5 points clear. It was a memorable encounter. I must have been, but I don't remember it, so it can't be memorable for me. Let's focus on winning. Did we beat them? I'm assuming we beat them. The way that I phrased that sentence, I'm guessing we beat them. There's that 1-goal win in your last game. Yeah, well, that's one against one of the top teams, Bradford City. Carlisle, obviously, one of the top teams as well, because they're in the playoff race, but I felt like Bradford were a lot more difficult. And I was going to give Rojas this game, but Duncan got a clean sheet against one of the best teams in the league. So, probably keep Duncan in there for now. Now, what was the score last time we played these cunts? Where was the Carlisle game? We won 2-1. Okay, so it was a scrappy one. It wasn't anything, you know, exciting, anything special. Just a scrappy game. Alright. Hartlepool keep clean sheet against Bradford. A solid display from Hartlepool United's defence. So Tshabalala's men keep a clean sheet against Bradford City and claim a 1-0 victory. Team of the week was announced. We've only got one player in there. I thought we maybe have more than one, but at least we've got somebody in there. Fran Ochoa once again making that team of the week. And how he's not won a player of the month yet is beyond me, but maybe it'll be his month in January. Oliveira in line for debut. I'm assuming this is another regen. Fran Oliveira, Colombian centre-back. Could be alright. And another heated encounter for Hartlepool and Carlisle is the headline that's been given today. Tshabalala will have to ensure his team shows the same fight against Carlisle United as it did in a heated encounter between the two teams the last time they met. A game which ended in a close 2-1 victory for his side. Alright then. And what's this got to do with us? Whatever. Some interesting signings going on as well. Verratti to Atletico, Baumgartner to Dortmund. That was quite a good signing, to be honest. And Gomez to Nice. Alright. Hartlepool versus Carlisle at Victoria Park. Omari Bloody Patrick, he's going to be the bane of my existence today. I know they're going to score at least once because of him. That's fine. I'm expecting him to score. I really hope McDonald gets a loan out, man, because I do love him, but he's just not going fast enough to be a consistent part of the team. I do like Hansen more as well at the moment. And he's going to have a game today. We'll give him a game today. And we'll have Howell and... You know, we'll have Howell and Sarr because it was Rodriguez and Arango the last time. With... Look at Malanga run out as well. Why not? I know Cochrane scored the goal last time, but... Why not? You know? Malanga's decent on his day. And that is how the team looks, I think, for this one. Except Contreras will have the armband today. Shake my head. Had to tell the lady to fuck off. She said she needed me to grab something off the top shelf. Told her it's Hartlepool career mode time. She'll have to do it herself. Selfishness. Exactly. Exactly. Tell her you're busy. Tell her you're watching the most consistent career mode on YouTube. And the best career mode that there ever was. And if she calls you a liar, tell her, yeah, but whatever. Duncan in goal, Moffat and McGregor as the full-backs, Contreras and Hansen as the centre-backs, Malanga centre-mid alongside Curtis Mills, who will play cam today, with Roberts off the right, Ochoa off the left, Howell and Sarr up top. And I'm scared of what they're going to do with their 5-back, because they'll hold me off quite well. And then they've got bloody Amari Patrick, who always used to find a goal in this game. Valverde. I know that's not Federico, but like, I'm surprised Carlisle have a player called Valverde. I think he's there in real life as well. Might be wrong though. But anyway, ultimately, for the second game today, at Victoria Park, it's Hartlepool United versus Carlisle United. Let's get into it. Alright, this is a big game. Well, here we go, game numero dos. Still can't believe what he did to Jabu Tshabalala. It's not that he's still on loan, is he not? Or is that the other one? We've had a lot of Tshabalalas, I can't remember what I've done with some of them. We've got another one in the academy and he actually looks decent though, so it's just about finding the right Tshabalala for us. We will have I will guarantee that we'll have a Tshabalala starting the Champions League final. It's just about finding the right person to do it, the right man for the job. A United chant, I'm hoping that's for us because it's our stadium, but it could be. There's travelling fans with huge voices today. A win for Carlisle here over Hartlepool would be big, not just for them, but for the title race as well, because Exeter could catch up, Bradford could catch up, and Carlisle would be in the playoffs. A win for Hartlepool could take us 8 points clear of the competition. And that would be fantastic. I didn't see who Exeter were playing, even though I put the goal news on. So hopefully there'll be no situations there. I can't remember who they were talking about, who was going to be possibly debuting, but he's not debuting. Because I recognise all those names from previous seasons. I think it might have been Oliveira who's on the bench. But that's okay. But that goalkeeper, Luna, quite good. We learned the last time out. And also the 5 at the back will be a test. But I'm ready to go and see what we have to do here against Carlisle to make it 2 wins in a row. Well, actually, it'd be more than 2 wins in a row, but 2 wins to start off the episode. Carlisle kick it off here at Victoria Park, and with high dreams in this league, Mills immediately takes the ball away, and Roberts finds Sarr here early, not quite finding the Senegalese forward. Ball was the right idea, just couldn't pick out Sarr. Roberts continuing the pressure, ball in the middle towards Harry Howell. Malanga knocks it off to Ochoa. Oh, early pressure from Hartlepool. Not bad, boys. Keep this up. Blocked by John Mellish. Oh no, it wasn't, it was blocked by Valverde. It looked like it had been blocked by Mellish there at first, but it was actually Valverde getting the all-important deflection there. And as we aim for a man with height in the box, Roberts aims it all the way for Contreras, who tries to knock it down. It'll come to Malanga. Going to come to, I don't know, it's going to go to Hansen. Knocks it to Mills. Back to Malanga, who's been referee. Referee, there's got to be a word there. There's got to be a word there. After run, unfortunately, she's got some appointments to get to. We've got some shopping to do. We'll catch up on the episode on the YouTube later. Have a wonderful afternoon, mate. Much love. Cracking career mode. Team final started to kick. No worries, mate. I hope you enjoy your day and everything goes alright. And yeah, this will be up as usual at 8 PM UK time for anyone watching on the stream and needs to go also. And yeah, hopefully we'll have a good episode to bring to you towards the end here and no embarrassments. That was definitely attempted murder. That's not just a foul. That was he went Roberts dead. All right, sorry, Malanga dead. I've curled it just the wrong side with Roberts. I'm a bit too much. Not enough curl on it is what I'm trying to say. I just want to try to tackle it again, and I'm confused at how it's not a red. If I'm being 100%, how is it not a red though? Just zoom in here, take a little gander at it. It's come to Malangu. Returns, tries to get the ball under. Right. Okay. Malangu's nearly dead for that. It was a poor free kick though. I can't do free kicks. Especially with players who don't have good free kick stats. I can barely do them with Man United players. Saw it in the last career mode. So the chances of me getting a free kick with one of these regens or youth academy players may take a while. Howell apparently is a player to watch. There's a reason he's a top scorer, I suppose. Good block by Contreras. That could have gone rogue there. So many Carlisle players up. Now Mills. Roberts needs to get past Armour here, but then he's got nothing on. Cut it back instead. Inside to Mills. On to Sarr. Malangu. Back inside to Jean-Paul Sarr. Off to Mills. Malangu from range. Not a bad effort. Good save, Luna. Hartlepool United opening this game with good pressure here as Roberts full powers it towards the number 5. It's headed away. Only as far as Malangu, who cracks one. Okay, you know what? Sometimes you just got to go for it. And maybe that wasn't the time to try it. You don't know unless you try, though. Taking someone out in Rose Ed. Long towards Edmondson. Hansen is 6'4", should win this, and he does, with no real direction towards any of his teammates. It would not let me. It did not. I tell you something. I tell you something. It did not want me to be Contreras for any time at all. The amount of times I'm trying to switch to my centre back there. If I could just get to Contreras, I shut that down. But for whatever reason, I was just not allowed. It was just not a thing. It was just not a thing where I could do. And Duncan should be doing a fuck ton better. That is an awful finish. But my issue is, it wouldn't let me go my centre back. Oh, well. Before I go, I'm going to put the link in for anyone tuning in. Go leave a sub. It'll say if you feel like it. But if you don't have, you don't have to. But Jordan Poole season says you have to subscribe. So subscribe. Tons of content to enjoy. Cheers, mate. Thank you for putting the YouTube link in. Edmondson gets his second goal in 16 matches. Not my number 9. That should have gone in, and honestly, it was preventable if the game would let me switch to my number 5 there. We will go 1-0 down, clean sheet streak, whatever. Well, I mean, it was one game, but that comes to an end. I do not understand how A, I couldn't be my centre-back, and B, Duncan hasn't kept that out of the net, to be honest. I'm confused on two fronts. Hansen's gone very far forward here. I understand how Duncan could have such a good game last episode, or last game, and then let that in. Oh my god, we get pressed to fuck here, got nothing on. Contreras makes himself an option. It's not as bad. I mean, I didn't want to go down Carlisle because they're going to be difficult to break through. Oh, do you know when you press, so, do you press LB and you want the ball to go over the top and it just doesn't do it? What do you do then? The block by Hansen. Harry Howell. There's a run coming from Franachoa, and he could be picked out here with the right ball. He was initially, but it was won by the right wing back of Carlisle. Now we go again. Oh, it's not going to let me switch Contreras in time again, but thankfully Patrick has put it wide. I don't know where Contreras was even going, to be honest. I don't know where the AI takes some of these defenders sometimes. Could have been 2-0 Carlisle there, but luckily just past Logan Duncan's left post. Where is the goalkeeper? Why is he all the way up there? What is he doing? Man's just going for a jog. Man just decided to go for a wander. Maybe Duncan just having a word with Contreras. Something just to be a bit more agile in some of these situations. Okay. Now he's about to have a word with Contreras and call him a cunt. But Contreras makes up for his awful pass error there with a good strengthy tackle on Patrick. And now we can bring it away. Mills. Sarr's asking for it through. He's going to get it through. What can he do with it? Enough with it. Kinda. Touch has kind of escaped him a bit. Roberts. Ball in. Towards Mills. How? How? No, like, how? How have I done that? Mills is offside anyway. So I suppose maybe it's not as important as it initially was. But how does the shot even go like that? Why is Hansen just pass it back? What are you headering it for? I mean, a mistake has caused us to be a goal down against a team pushing for playoffs, which is a pain in the arse a little bit, but still plenty of time in this game, and we've got goals in us, we know that. We're the highest scoring team in the league. Malangu has hit the crossbar, and it could have been 1-1 right there. Lebohang Malangu coming close. Harry Howell won't get that ball, it's just escaped him there. Lebohang Malangu. Got a good game in midfield so far, creating a lot of chances. Just hasn't been able to put one in the back of the net yet, unfortunately. Off and putting the pressure on. It's going to come to Mills to intercept. Now Roberts. Howell. Off to Ochoa. Malangu gets the goal he deserves. Patient Hartlepool. And it's 1-1 at Victoria Park. Persistence and patience pays off. It was a good move there. Harry Howell put it out to Ochoa, who cut inside. I was tempted to take the shot on with him, but Malangu was in a good bit of space. Flashes it across the goal into the bottom right, and it is 1-1. And maybe a bit of an assist for Harry Howell, who may have obstructed the goalkeeper's vision in that situation, which is fine by me, honestly. I'm not complaining. 1-1 now, and the United fans, the Hartlepool United fans, are in song. Cheris, good tackle. And we can bring it away now. I think we've got the fucking momentum. We do have the momentum, obviously, because we just scored, but I think we can go on and win this. Roberts waiting for the run from McGregor, who keeps it in play. Plays it off into Mills. That's a smart ball, but the touch just gets away. Curtis Mills now got to recycle it a bit here. Roberts, Malangu, off the edge of the area. He's going to go for another one. Maybe don't do a finesse shot though, because with Malangu, who's probably got limited shooting ability, would not put that on target. And as it is shown, that's an awful idea to finesse it with Malangu. He's had a lot of opportunities today. He does have his goal. He's got a couple as well. He's at the crossbar. He's been active in that midfield. 5 shots for Lebohang Malangu, resulting in a goal as well. So we'll take that. Now it's Armour for Carlisle. Ball is in and it's robbed away by Hansen. I'm liking more and more the more I play him. And he's a right-footed centre-back, which means it's a break between 2 left-footed ones. Roberts has the room here. Can Harry Howell find space? Oh, it's across the face of goal behind Howell. Malangu tries to keep it alive. Shaw try to put a pressing effort in, won't work, and it might be the last chance of the game for Carlisle before the half. Somehow has not been intercepted by Contreras, could not tell you how. I feel like I have my man there, but oh, Moffat's been done. Hansen hasn't though, and that will end the half. A 1-1 situation, which is probably not the correct scoreline, but their goal was an interesting one. Malangu with a good first half, active in the midfield, and got us a very nice equaliser after Edmondson gave Carlisle United the lead. And the break is 1-1. So we ain't complaining there for now. As well as Exeter Also dropping points again to Grimsby, which still be 5 points clear even if this did end in a draw. So, moment, I'm not saying nothing. Gillingham 1-0 up over Forest Green. Stevenage 1-0 up against Harrogate Town. 1-0 to Sutton over Colchester. Exeter City drawing 0-0 with Grimsby Town. 1-0 to Crewe over Leyton Orient. 1-0 to Bradford City over Salford. As we continue to scroll down, it's 1-0 Doncaster over Tranmere. 1-0 to Morecambe over Rochdale. And 2 0-0 draws, one being contested between Barrow and Swindon, and the other between AFC Wimbledon and Crawley Town. At Victoria Park, it's 1-1, with the stats looking like this: 61 to 39 in terms of possession. Shot accuracy again is off the fucking like kilter. What matters is we've got a goal. 1.6 expected goals though to 0.9, and I've realised why we've got such a bad shot accuracy. It's because 5 of those shots have come from this man, and only 2 of them have gone on target. And every other shot we've had has not hit the target, or has either been blocked or just hasn't happened for us. But 1-1, and we kick off proceedings in the second half. And I reckon we can go on and win this, but it's going to be difficult to try and break through a defence. Moffat loses the ball easily there to Moxon, and now it's Carlisle that will possibly have the first chance of the half. The other first chance of the half, and it's a good save from Duncan. Solid hands there. No, I wasn't sure about Contreras' movement. I tried to give him to a position where I could block the shot, because the AI defending took him in a position where the shot wouldn't be blocked, took him out of that situation for whatever reason. Not really sure why. Just have a little gander at this, because I don't know how he's won the header. If that's gone through McGregor's head, I'm going to have fucking situations, alright? Maybe he's just mistimed the... I think he just mistimed the jump, but... Yeah. Okay. Duncan could have got it. Probably should have got it as well. We want fair enough. Good header. I thought McGregor had it sorted, and then failing that, I thought Duncan would have made the save. Neither has happened. It's a good header ultimately. The more I look at it, the more it actually is a good header, and it's less that could be done really from the Hartlepool side of things. But maybe if it let me control my defender that is tall, like, you know, a Hansen or a Contreras, rather than all the small people off the corners, that'd be great. But at the same time, I can't complain. It's a good header. Thought it might have gone through McGregor at first, but turns out this game isn't always broken. Good tackle by back, and that's made the job even more difficult. Because not only they're a goal up now, they're a goal up, and we still have to go through 5 of them to try and find an equaliser now. Mills, fouled. Kovacic has gone to PSG apparently, for anyone interested. I'm going to get a drink while this free kick's been set up. Never mind, I'll take the free kick first. Hopefully it'll go in. Deflected, I believe, by Mari Patrick. I'm just going to pour my drink out. Sorry about pausing it, I just didn't want to spill any of my drink. Right, Ochoa. Or Roberts, sorry, off this side. My apologies. Towards Sarr. Contreras can't pick up the ball. McGregor. Good touch. Good control. Decent pass. Mills. Was meant for Malangu. I don't know how you can figure out that it wasn't meant to go to Malangu there. Double tackle wins it back though. And then we lose it again. We then win it back. Ochoa. Into Sarr. Howell turns, blocked. Going to fall to Malangu, shoots, blocked. fuck's sake. That's what I mean. It's just going to be hard to break them down and try and find an equaliser. It'll be our first loss in a while if we're not careful. Currently on the losing end of the stick here at Victoria Park. Good interception by Curtis Mills, who's been there all day today, apparently, on the fucking interception grind. Malangu. See, it's just these little. The game decides where the pass is going to go rather than me aiming at a player. It's kind of fucking me over. Good tackle, Contreras, and Duncan will get that. That was not for Roberts, by the way. That pass to Malangu, just for the record, in case you didn't realise already. Roberts to Mills. Good episode last time. Curtis Mills got plenty of goals to say his season's been a bit of a struggle this year. Good interception by Hansen, and Moffat will pick up a loose ball. And Howell's going to battle for this one. Does end up winning the battle as well. I love how we're more battlers than we used to be. We're just got more heart than we used to have. We didn't always used to go in for tackles, and now we do. We're always just trying to get in there. Ochoa, try to find the ball, and we'll take the corner. We'll take the corner, boys. Carlisle United beginning to make substitutions. We'll make ours soon. Not just yet, though. Oliveira coming on from Mellish as Ochoa whacks this in towards Jean-Paul Sarr. It's away. Roberts back to Fran Ochoa. Roberts again. Malangu. Hansen. Why is he there still? I've committed Contreras. They wouldn't let me switch them off in time. Okay. I know where they're going. I'm going to try and read it here. Okay, cool. I'm just getting away, honestly. I don't know where the fuck the ball's going to bounce in that situation. We're going to make our changes now before it's too late. Cochrane comes on, absolutely. Rodriguez comes on for Sarr, and Munoz can come on for Roberts. Right, doing our substitutions with 3 or more, you know, might as well. Many bodies as we can on many fresh legs as we can. 20 minutes to try and find an equaliser. Hansen's had a very good game. Munoz has let that go away from him a little bit, but it's a good tackle. And Martin Munoz got a bit of room to manoeuvre here. And you've got Rodriguez begging for it. Oh, there we go. 2 substitutes linking up almost immediately. Martin Munoz battling for that ball down the right and eventually winning it out, managing to play the ball inside to Carlos Rodriguez, and it is 2-2 here now at Victoria Park, and there's still plenty of time for a potential winner on the cards. Great finish by Carlos Rodriguez, great play by Martin Munoz to set it all up, and it is 2-2. With time still on our side, we could go for a winner, boys. We could go for a winner. I don't know what the chances are of that happening because they've got 5 back and we've got Mar Patrick just skinning our whole team. Hansen once again on duty. He's had a great day today and he's really opened himself up some more game time on this pitch. Cochrane trying to find Ochoa. It doesn't happen. Mills cuts it out though. Harry Howell into Cochrane. Oh, it's a cracking save from Luna. And it nearly was a lead. And it might be a lead. Rodriguez's shot is blocked. Maybe should have powered that one. Pushing, but so will Carlisle be because they need the win as much as we do, if not more than we do. Mills, good interception again. He's been there all day, like we said. Munoz on the outside, going to cut in. Back to Mills. Inside, potentially to Howell. No, to Cochrane instead. And it's 3-2. Jack bloody Cochrane. He's loving life. And I love this character. I love this player. Jack Cochrane's such a good centre mid, man. And it just shows how much quality, how much depth we have in the side where we can dig from behind and win a lot of the time. Mills setting it up on a plate for Cochrane. Should maybe not have gone in. 0.01 expected goals, but it's a fantastic long shot. And the Hartlepool fans in full song now. And for once in this game, we have the lead. We've come back from behind twice, and now we're the ones who are in the driver's seat. With 9 minutes remaining. It's Hartlepool 3, Carlisle 2. It just shows how much the team has about it. Rodriguez flying in, trying to get anything and everything. These guys flying in for the ball, not giving a personal regard of their own safety. Going just for the ball and playing for their badge. Minutes to go here. Can we hold on to our first lead of the game? Hansen brings it away. Munoz, some fresh legs on his right hand side. It's been a fucking godsend, honestly. I know I don't like him on the wing usually, but it's been brilliant today. Rodriguez off to Harry Howell, and it's straight at Luna. And they're immediately taken out of the pitch. Hansen wins out against Patrick. It will come to McGregor. It should come to McGregor. It's going to not come to McGregor. Does win out eventually though. Mills. Rodriguez. Munoz stopped his run. Rodriguez wins it back. Look how much winning the ball back, boys. I love this. Rodriguez to Mills. Munoz. Mills is asking for it, and he was onside, but it was cut out by Feeney. 5 minutes of added time for us to try and hold on and not bottle this. Amari Patrick making that run through. There's nobody on to stop him. Contreras with enough strength. Oh my god, I thought I'd fucked it there. I swear I'd got someone in position to intercept it, but Amari Patrick put it wide. The pressure from Contreras was enough to prevent a goal there. And it might be that we end up winning this. We deserve to. Lord knows we deserve to. Howell loses it. Comes to Mills. Back to Howell. He takes a heavy touch. He wins it back. Rodriguez is on. Off the bar. Munoz. A header, not enough on it. We've hit the bar twice today, boys. That might be it. McGregor sends out the pitch, but that's going to be it. What a comeback victory. It's a win that we probably should have had with a bit more security and a bit more of a goal difference, but ultimately we've won the game, innit? The ones that we did concede, the first one, it should have been either a save from Duncan or an interception from Contreras. The second one was a good header. As for us, we got a bit lucky, but we are winning the ball a lot more, and I do like that. And with some inspired substitutions, it's Carlos Rodriguez and Jack Cochrane, who are off the bench today, getting us back into the game, not only equalising it, but also winning it and giving us 3 more points. We could run for a record here at Hartlepool United, the way we're going. And, I mean, it's nothing less than we deserve. Look at these stats. Maybe the shot accuracy, again, needs to be worked upon. But 60-40 in terms of possession, 17 shots to 6, 4.2 expected goals to 1.7. It's the correct result, really. It's the correct result, and you can't really dispute that. If you want to dispute it, go for it. I understand, but I would not. Man of the match for us, we don't have the man of the match overall, which is interesting, but the man of the match for us was Curtis Mills. He got an assist at 7.9. He ran things in midfield today, cutting out everything. His defensive performance today was mad. Interceptions 3, only 3. It felt like a lot more. Howell, strong, couldn't finish a chance today, but did have a good impact on the game, setting things up and just kind of be the presence really more than anything. Carlos Rodriguez off the bench with what would have been what would be the equaliser and a 7.7 for our Peruvian Prince. Ronnie Hansen, not enough good things to say about this lad. Great day today at the back, and I know tackle success rate doesn't look good, but that's because I lunge a lot, so I'm not really taking that too much. But ultimately, Ronnie Hansen, fantastic defensive performance today. Martin Munoz with an assist and a 7.7. Jack Cochrane off the bench with the winner in the end, and he seems to be scoring quite a bit from midfield. A 7.5 for the Scotsman. Contreras and McGregor, good defensive performances. Malangu ran that first half and was unlucky to not have more today, but did get the goal his performance deserved, and a 7.3. And then Fran Ochoa as well. Bit off the boil, but he did get an assist, a 6.9. Just didn't feel as good today. Logan Duncan should have done better in goal today. We'll maybe give a run out to Rojas next game. But 3 shots in his goal, only 1 save, 2 conceded. The first one needs to be reviewed really, but the second one, the header, isn't too bad. We'll allow that one because it was a good header. Man of the match for Carlisle was Morgan Feeney, who I can't really dispute, got a goal with the header, and of course, just ran things at the back, and it could have been a lot more had it not been for him putting challenges in, so fair enough. Ryan Edmondson getting his second goal of the season, he got 7.7, and then 2 assists from centre midfield for Owen Moxon, who gets a 7.4, and these are how the rest of the ratings look. Luna, who is a, of course, regen goalkeeper, he's got 7 shots on his goal today, saved 4, conceded 3, not too bad, I suppose, but ultimately it is a loss. Valverde is a regen, I thought it might have been. Fran Oliveira is as well as Tanner Murphy. A few regens on the Carlisle side of things that we need to have a look at down the line. But that is how this episode, or how this game of the episode ends today. 3-2 in the end. And Exeter lost again. We are 8 points clear. Grimsby Town beating Exeter. And we rallied. We absolutely rallied for a result there. Fantastic. Confident we're going to avoid defeat again. I mean, we probably will get defeated again. But ultimately, as long as we're getting points on the board, as long as we're doing very well in League 2, as long as we get promoted by the end of the season, I don't care how anything comes about. Give ourselves something to hang on to. I mean, defensively, it was a bit of a shambles. Ronnie Hansen was very good, but beyond that, didn't feel as, you know, as solid as we did against Bradford. And Logan Duncan, again, not the greatest performances today. Didn't have a lot of joy on target, and he let 2 of those goals in, and it could have cost us. But ultimately, we've got the attack to more or less, most of the time, drag us out of any situation, which has been shown today. Bringing on those players that we brought on, Munoz, Rodriguez, Cochrane, all contributed to those goals that gave us the win. Which is mad. Barlow loan agreement, Braunschweig. I'm assuming that's a German team. He's going on loan there till the end of the season. And Curtis Mills wants to be a right. He's happy to be. I don't play at right wing, mate. Right then, that is another game down. And we'll be coming to the end of the transfer window. I'm happy with this squad, honestly. That'll be Jackson Barlow taking his short-term loan till the end of the season. But I don't really think we need to sign anybody. I'm liking the way the squad works. If worse comes to worse, we can loan, or we can recall players from loan. But ultimately, beyond that, I think we're fine. And with the midfield situation, there's only 3, but it gives Malanga a good amount of time on the pitch as well, which is what he deserves and what he needs. Barlow has gone out on loan to the end of the season. Is the manager rank still going down? How are we... Okay, you know what? Fine, video game. You win, okay? I'll do your youth objective in a minute. Right. Harkin transfer offer. Nothing against this lad. He's probably pretty good. But I feel like he'll do better elsewhere. And I'm going to try and push for a little bit more. He's not one I really want to sell 100%, but I don't see a future for him here. So we'll just add another 100k onto it, and they've accepted 800k. It's nothing personal, just we need to clear out the squad a bit. And with players that I don't see a future for, they're probably the first to go. Pogba's gone to PSG. Sounds about right. Martin Guzman, someone else I want to really rotate in, but just not been the right time to do it. So Ponferradina, we will allow that move to go through. And I believe this is David Harkin. I can't remember what club came in from, but I believe he's on his way out. I'm sure he'd be a good striker. It's just our front line for now is kind of impenetrable because we've got Rodriguez, who is the man. We've got Howell, who has scored a lot of goals this season. We've got Sarr, who I'm still thinking about maybe moving on eventually, but for now, sticks around. No shot I could have got 1 million for him. I'm not even going to lie. And then we've got Jay Marango, who's just been a surprise package this year, and I love it. And this will be the Martin Guzman deal. Another one I wish I could have given more time to, really, but ultimately can't really give the chance to. It's unfortunate because some of these players could have had something about them. I probably could have got more from Martin Guzman. I didn't really think, although a deal is what the game's given me. Could have got up to 1.3. We'll take that. You know what? We'll take that. Curtis Mills' transfer offer will be ignored. Not ignored, but rejected. At least for now. But don't be surprised if Curtis Mills is one of the ones, the shock names to leave soon. Because, as we're all aware, of course, he has hit his potential. And as much as I do love the guy, and I want to keep him on, he's just not going to be what we need long term. As we rise through the divisions, he will be going at some point, unfortunately. Nezovic, yeah, no, he's too good for this club. We'll cash in on him in the summer. Interesting deals going down that right hand side. As McGregor gets a transfer offer from Paris Saint-Germain. Even they see the fucking future with this guy. Ollie McGregor ain't going nowhere though. In fact, I don't think any moves are going to be happening, but not in the club anyway, out with the club. We'll see what offers come in, but I think it'll be too little too late now, unfortunately, for if anything comes in now. And I think that'll probably do us for this Season 3 transfer window. And we need to start thinking now about what if we get into League One. Because we are 8 points clear at the top. And it doesn't look like we're going to be stopped. At the very least, I think we're going to get an auto spot. But if we don't win the league, I think at this point I will be a little bit upset. We're scoring for fun in this league. Defensively, we're still a bit shaky, but nothing too serious. I don't think we've conceded the least in the league, or the most in the league, which is good. Leyton Orient have that, and they're in 23rd now. Jesus, they were promoted Season 1. Obviously, they were relegated Season 2, but that's beside the point. Inbox is here now. Oh yeah, give me a transfer offer after the window closes. I will allow him to go, but it won't go through until the summer. And there's another one there I'm going to have a look at and maybe entertain. I'm going to try and just squeeze a bit more out of this deal. And if they don't want to pay any more, then I'll just happily... Right, you know what? Yeah, we'll go with that. It's not much more, but it is a little bit more. Axel Bernard. Again, it's another situation of... We've got our strikers, I think, for a good while. And Bernard doesn't really suit those plans. But the thing is, with Harry Howell, as much as I love the kid, as good as he is, I wouldn't say no to a deal maybe in the summer. I'm going to say no now, just now. But I will be entertaining offers because he's hit his potential. And I don't know how much more he'll grow out with that. I don't know how far down that potential will carry him. So I'm not saying an outright no to any offers from him. A little check at the loan growth here. If anyone's been fantastic, Carpenter's gone up 6. Barlow's already gone up 3. Baldwin's gone up 5. Albie Holmes has gone up 6. Not too bad. Bishop's gone up 3. Wood's gone up none, but Smith's gone up 2. I think Wood will probably be one of the left wingers to depart. And we'll keep Ayanda Smith about, because I do quite like Ayanda Smith. Saxon's gone up 8. That's from the position change, and now he can't go anywhere because he's injured. Tomlinson will come back quite well. 64 for him. 64 for Ramon Murillo. 64 for Anderson. Is there any other loans? Dalton's got up to 65. Bernard's up to 66. And Kosi's also up to 66. Marius Thomas at 67. Vicente Ojeda at 67. We're going to have to find a way to integrate him into the team because his growth has been fantastic. Martinez up to 68. And the problem is, as we know, and then of course Nezovic up to 79 because he's Perisic's regen, and we've made him into a fucking beast. But the problem is here, Martinez and Ojeda, I might have to part ways with one of them, or I part ways with Munoz, and I don't really want to part ways with any of them. So I don't really know what's going to happen there. One little check I want to do actually before we go into the next game, because I'm just kind of curious how he's doing, is Aidan Sutherland, how he's doing at Antwerp. He's up to an 81, worth 41 million. He's only an okay, on okay form, but he's still an exciting prospect. And he still looks fantastic, doesn't he? I can't wait to bring him back down the line when we have the money to be able to. He'll be one of the key signings. Sorry, Moffat. Unless Moffat outgrows Sutherland, in which case, you never know. We'll save over just now after that previous game, and we'll get into our next game. I believe it's Doncaster, isn't it? I could be wrong, but we'll go have a look and see. It is Doncaster. They're in 9th. Another team that are hanging about the playoff area. Probably another team to give us a challenge like Carlisle just did. Before we go on, let's look at the news. I just realised I haven't looked at the news yet. So we'll take a look at that. Inspired substitution. Rodriguez wins it. It's a slight lie, but we'll read the article anyway. Hartlepool United an inspired substitution by their manager to thank for securing victory. He switched things around early on and brought on Rodriguez, who eventually proved to be a player. It's a bit of difference between the two teams. I mean, to lie, because Cochrane won it for us. But I ain't here to split hairs. I'm just happy we won that game in the end. Team of the week's been announced. We don't have any players in there. Morgan Feeney makes it for Carlisle, however, so fair play to them for getting the player in there. As Doncaster look to improve against Hartlepool, apparently. I'm assuming we beat them as well last time. There's a lot of teams we've beaten, so wouldn't be surprised. It's all too easy for Hartlepool United the last times they met as they cantered to a 4-2 victory against Doncaster Rovers, who will be looking for a better performance this time around. And for the rumours here, we've got Harry Howell with a couple of rumours, so we've got plenty of stuff to read here. So first of all, Howell's goal scoring form has made him a target for several clubs around the world, all looking to bring in a great player who it seems just can't stop scoring at the moment. Howell, whose 16 goals see him leading the scoring charts this season, is apparently a #1 transfer target for New England. It's not clear whether New England have made a bid for the 17-year-old, but Hartlepool have already told the press that the player is going nowhere. Absolutely. Howell's been a key player for us this season. He is very happy here and wants to stay, so we're not looking to sell to any other club, said the Howell manager. I mean, he's not the Howell manager, the Hartlepool manager, outside the club's training facility. Like I said, in the summer, it may be a different story, but at the moment, he's one of our top performers, and I don't see him going anywhere for a little bit. Players of the Month nominations shortlist. I'm surprised Ochoa ain't involved in here, but we do have a player from Hartlepool as a nominee. Is Carlos Rodriguez, our #9, who goes against Close of Doncaster, Bogle of Newport County, and Sweeney of Stevenage. So we'll find out very soon who gets that. With a couple of closing rumours and moves here. Lo Celso has gone to Monaco and Lafont has gone to Bayern. Van Dijk and De Ligt apparently the head targets of Barcelona, with Van Dijk at Bayern Munich now. And then Faz gone to Leicester, with Chukwueze also making the move to Juventus. So we'll take a look at the big money moves at the end of the episode. What were the biggest moves in January, what were the biggest moves in the entire window, and we'll show you our business from Season 3 as well, and that'll be the end of the episode. But 3 more games still to go, with the one coming up against Doncaster next. Still very happy with how things are going. 8 points clear at the top now, and we'll hope to extend that lead even further. Today, what we're going to do is we're going to start a wrangle for this one. And we're also going to start Palacios, because he's getting very upsetty spaghetti. Even though he knows that Ochoa is probably the star man on that side. And Munoz is still at -3 despite playing, so I'm not really sure about that one. Malangu comes onto the bench for Munoz, and Sar can start alongside Arango. I don't think I've tried that partnership before, so we'll give it a go and see what happens. Rojas in goal, Moffat and McGregor as the fullbacks. Before we continue any further, though, something's happened here where the armband is on the wrong player. Contreras and Galloway as the centre backs. Contreras is still growing. He's at 73 now. I can't remember if he hit his potential. We'll have to go and have a look at that. But Contreras and Galloway the centre backs, with Contreras with the armband, Cochrane centre mid, Mills, Cam, Palacios off the left, Roberts off the right, with Jean-Paul Sarr and Jay Marango leading the line today. Another 5 back to contend with, who are Exeter playing, as well as some of the rest of the teams. I'm not clicking all the news anymore. I'm just clicking the news that interests me and that helps me in any way. So, well, I guess we'll see who we're Exeter against. I've just scrolled through and didn't even look. Bradford have got a Crew. They'll probably beat them. Exeter have got Leyton Orient. They should beat them. And we've got Doncaster. We should beat them. It's the Keep Moat, isn't it, Doncaster? I'll go Google it just to ensure, but I'm pretty sure it's Keep Moat. At the Keep Moat Stadium, Could be wrong. It's Doncaster Rovers versus Hartlepool United. I might be wrong. We're just going to go have a VAR check on this. 50 career wins for Tshabalala. It's mad that it's taken 3 seasons, but at the same time, we knew it was going to be a long grind. We've still lost more than we've won, but we look to change that as we continue to rise through the divisions on our way up. The Eco Power Stadium, okay, but what's its non-sponsored name? The Keep Moat, yeah, that was. Right, game numero 3 then. Should be a win, again. We've got very high standards at this club now. But if we only get a point here, I wouldn't be offended because Doncaster are about it in the playoff race. Carlisle give us a good challenge. I was thinking Carlos Rodriguez for whatever reason. Good side that Doncaster have, not bad by any means. In real life, they're signing some good players. I think they'll go back up in real life, honestly, but we'll do my predictions for that in August. The Doncaster fans in full voice here. And this is the Hartlepool 11. Give Mateo Rojas another run out because Duncan did not impress me in that Carlisle game. So this is a good opportunity for Mateo Rojas to prove how good he is. He was very good against Leyton Orient, to be honest. That clean sheet he got robbed of was not of his, like, even his fault.
Thank you. Enjoy the game.
So I'm hoping for another good performance from him, and if not, then we could just keep switching between Duncan and Rojas until I'm comfortable with one. I'm more don't get me wrong, I'm still much more comfortable with Duncan, and he probably will be the long-term goalkeeper we focus on. But Rojas is a good backup, and I'm going to give him the game time if I'm not happy with Duncan. And that last game, we have 3 shots on target from one team and 2 go in the back of the net. You've got to maybe consider switching goalkeeper. Good tackle from McGregor early on. He's in and about it. The fact that I love now is that more of these guys are getting more physical each game. Ball winning. I just said ball winning. I was going to say winning the ball after. But the point is, they're more physical. And they ain't afraid to throw in a challenge here and there. But hopefully that won't be to our detriment. Because it could mean a couple more bookings and potentially sending off. So I don't want that. Decent effort, but not a problem for Mateo Rojas. First effort on target goes to the home side. So I mean, Doncaster are quite good. Arango to Roberts. Into Sarr. Oh, what a save from Cruz. And it stays in. It just that Bradford scored, so they'll be up in their game against Crewe now. And maybe a little bit closer to us in the league as it stands. As you can see in the league in the top left, we are running away with it slightly. Oh, it's a good turn. It's a good save from Rojas. That was smart from the Doncaster attacker. I don't know which attacker it was. Rolled inside Moffat, got past the centre-back, but Rojas was equal to it. That's what I mean, Doncaster. A bit of a surprise package, I think, this season. In real life and in the game. They're going to go short. Or at least maybe they're baiting me that they're going short. No, they've actually gone short. That was silly, wasn't it? If the angle's that tight, don't shoot from there. Try and find an option across the box. That's silly. Faulkner's made a very silly decision there, and it's ended the Doncaster attack, which is fine by me, don't get me wrong. But if I'm there, I'm trying to find an option across the box. Because it would make so much more sense. Palacios. Into Sarr. Back to Palacios. Tried to take it over to the byline. Moffat. Ball in. Looking for Arango. Doesn't make it to the Argentinian. Scrooge holds on to it. Taking his time with it. Palacios can't win the header. Mansfield leading Gillingham. I believe they're in the playoff race, which is why that result is coming up. I'm more interested in just Exeter and Bradford, and maybe I should have changed the goal news to reflect that. I didn't. Why have I gone to Cochrane here? Okay, no, might work. Moffat, close it down. Douglas Moffat, man, from the academy. I want to keep him for the duration, but it depends on how his potential goes. 50 career wins for Jabu. Arangu. Did I just call him Arangu? Arango. An idiot. Cochrane to Palacios. Back to Moffat. We're just trying to make room in this fucking 5-back. Mills might have found the room. That's a very heavy touch, and it was not intentional by any means. I think just panicked under the pressure. Did Curtis Mills. That heavy touch has ended the attack. If he takes a normal touch there, he at least has an effort on target. That's a brilliant ball through. And Moffat does enough to put Miller off, and it's straight at Mateo Rojas. Good defending that once again. Moffat is so good, honestly. And he's going to get that guy booked. That better not be an injury after I've just started fucking praising him. Sar. Try to find the ball across. It's going to come to Crute. Is Moffat back on his feet? He has got a plaster next to his name. I'm hoping that's not a long-term problem. Because if it is, the league will be a lot harder to win. Obviously something can just walk off. It's a broken toe. I'm going to be pissed, by the way. I'll make that clear. Mills. Tries to turn his man into Sar. It's away. When they're making the right moves, it's just we can't find that finish. Galloway all the way up here, and it's Arango. Been put off there. Harrison Biggins is going to get that yellow card for that foul on Douglas Moffat, who does carry a knock right now. And I don't even know who we have as a fullback option on the bench. Do we even have a fullback option on the bench? Hello, sir. Welcome to the stream. Do I have a fullback on the bench? I do. I've got Patterson. Okay, just in case. We might need him if the injury's bad. Griff knocking it out to the wing. Moffat wins it. And Palacios now inside. Referee, right, no, ref, you got to have a word here, mate. How's that a clean tackle? Ref, you got to be saying, aye, Doncaster, stop it. They're going to injure all my players. I can't bother with it. I can't get to that with Moffat because he's got a knock now. Uninjured Moffat would have got that with no problem. I think it is a broken toe as well, you know. I'm really thinking it is. Sar, Arango, Mills, Roberts. Try to knock it in to Arango. It takes fucking 3 years to make the turn there. Moffat walked off yet? No, he's still got it. Oh, it's going to be a bloody annoying injury, innit? Good cut by Moffat. Sar, Roberts, if you can make the room, mate. That was always going to be watched by Maxwell. It was smart. It was smart. We've had the ball, but they've just had the chances, and we've not been able to create chances getting through their defence. Their defence is solid, and it's fucking annoying. I might need another Carlos Rodriguez bench masterclass to fucking see us through this one. It's a good finish. We haven't closed it down. Tried to close it down, but apparently my defence didn't want to go close to the man. One 0 to not me. Couldn't get there with McGregor. Galloway strayed away for whatever reason. I'm not really sure what the reason was. And I mean, it's a great finish. There's not much Rojas can do. And it probably is the right result for Doncaster to go up a goal. I don't like it, but I can't really dispute it. They've been the better team. 10 goals now. They're number 9. Sar. Going to try and play someone here. Moffat being injured and us being a goal down does not make me very happy. And I'm just hoping it's some kind of bruised shoulder or some short-term injury. It's not a long-term one because I will cry. Palacios is going to run here, but can't get the shot off. It'll be our throw. It will be our throw. Molyneux kept it in. You know what? Fair enough. Probably a 1-0 lead at the break. And we trail at whatever the fucking stadium's called. Heatmont. It's annoying, but it's not incorrect. This is the right result. Whether I like it or not, they've been the better team. There's still 45 minutes, but we've got Moffat who's injured. And potentially a fucking disaster. I'm really hoping it's something that it's just some recoverable, I guess, more than anything. Not like taking too long to do it. If it's a broken toe, I'll be very upset. Because he'll be out till probably near the end of the season, and he's one of our best players. 1-0 to Mansfield over Gillingham, 1-0 to Wimbledon over Newport, 1-0 to Crawley over Barrow, 0-0 between Swindon and Rochdale, 1-1 between Morecambe and Tranmere Rovers, 1-1 between Carlisle and Salford, 1-0 to Bradford City over Crewe. So they, as it stands, will probably go to second, I think, if maths remembers me correct. I think they're on 50 points and Exeter on 51. Sutton 1-0 up over, or so I should say Exeter drawing 0-0 with Leyton Orient. 1-0 up are Sutton over Grimsby, and 1-0 to Stevenage over Colchester. I'm a little bit annoyed with how it's gone this game, and I'm not annoyed at the fact that they scored because they deserve it. I'm annoyed that Moffat's injured. We're going to bring on Patterson now just to try not to exacerbate this injury. But Moffat now, look at him. 84 pace, such good stats. It's painful that he has had to come off, but we've got to kind of bring him off and just keep things going. No one else comes off just now. But we've got a couple of ringers on the bench, a couple of the big names on the bench if we need something special. A couple of moment makers, Ochoa, Rodriguez, Howell, all available to be brought on if necessary. If they go 2-0 up, I'll be absolutely bringing them on ASAP. As Doncaster start the second half as the end of the first half. And in fact, I didn't check the stats, and I apologise. I'll do that now. 52 to 48 in terms of possession in favour of ourselves. 6 shots to 3 in favour of Doncaster. Only 1.3 to 1.2 expected goals, but Doncaster deserve the lead they've got. Forgot to check the halftime stats, and I apologise. I've done it now. Block, Cochrane. Just clear it, mate. Sarr to Palacios. And the Doncaster fans in a loud voice because they're leading the league leaders. Ball blocked. Mills wins it back. Trying to get to Roberts again, which he does this time. Mills. Arango. Cross. Palacios. Patience pays off. And it's 1-1. And it's Nicolas Palacios. I'm going to be 100% honest. That was not where the pass was meant to go. But I don't give a fuck. 1-1 now. As wrong as the pass probably was meant to be, it was meant to be to Sarr. But again, like I said, probably wrong option in the end because Sarr was marked and Palacios was not. So for once, I'm glad that the game has overruled me. And it's 1-1. Thanks to Nicolas Palacios. We don't deserve it, but by God, do we need it, I guess. First goal of the season for Nicolas Palacios as well. Good time to get it. Try to pick out Miller there, but Galloway knew it was coming and had it sorted. Contreras to Patterson. And Palacios. A lot more confidence now after that. Guess he doesn't want to make a run though. Sarr's off, I think. Sarr's on, I think. Oh, he's not. It took an extra second. I tried to play it as quick as I could, but yeah, offside against the Senegalese striker, whose fortunes this year have not been as good as they were last year. He's come up with some important goals, and he's come up with goals, and that's all that matters, really. As long as we win the league, it's not going to be a big problem, ultimately. Well, I say win the league. As long as we get promotion, win the league would just be the cherry on top. If Moffat's injury is long term, it's going to be a niche off at left side. I was wondering if we were playing offsides there, but I think he was kept on by Patterson. Of course, as soon as I sell my left wing back, that was the third choice, my first one gets injured, and now I've only got Patterson. Don't really want to bring him Nemeni and Kosi back, but I will if I need to. Ball in by McGregor. It's away by Faulkner, in by Sarr. It's not going to fall to any Hartlepool men. Doncaster should get us away, and they do. Been the better team. One of the hardest games. I don't know why McGregor's on the floor. But these good little balls through the gaps, man. Good save, Rojas. They're picking some good passes together. It's fucking annoying, but they're doing good, and I can't dispute it. And again, I said before I'd take a point. Now I'll definitely take a point if we can get it. A Moffat injury and a Doncaster domination. I'll take the point if we can fucking get it. Oh, it's good play again, man. Try to close it down, and they're just picking the passes for the small bits of space. It's perfect, precise passing, and they've got the lead again. And I want to be mad, but they deserve it. Why we're not closing down Miller a bit better there is beyond me, but fucking hell. Unlucky from Rojas as well. Maybe could have got a hand to it, but I feel a bit hard done by. But that's mainly because my main left back got injured, and hopefully it's not a long-term injury. That's more my concern currently. I'd like to, like I said, get a point out of this, but it's hard enough to get one goal from these cunts. We should have made some changes. In fact, I'm going to make some changes. Up against Arango, but I don't know why he seems to have fallen off a cliff recently. We're going to Ochoa as well. Nothing against Palacios. He got the goal, but Ochoa will give that extra little bit of creativity off that side. I don't think this will be like Carlisle where we go and win 3-2, but I do think we can still get a point here to keep more. Mills to Sarr. Don't know why he's so far out. Palacios scores again, by the way. I'm cancelling the substitution. Block. Guess we'll never know. Ochoa and Rodriguez for Palacios and Arango. Just need a bit more firepower and creativity, and that's what both those men bring. And it'll be Fran Ochoa to deliver it in towards Jean-Paul Sarr. We come to Jack Cochrane. Tried power shot but got caught, and now it could be counter for Doncaster. It's smart. It's a smart foul, and just in case. Now it's around side. The Moffat would have this usually, but Patterson comes in and cuts it out. I wonder where he was, to be honest, but he's made up for his lack of being there. Ochoa needs some help. And the help comes from Ethan Roberts. I didn't know if he was going to shoot, but he did. Fran fucking Ochoa. You see what I mean? Creativity personified. I think he has the lead in assists now this season. Fran Ochoa. Move him down the wing. Just put him to the byline. Pass it across the box. And if someone's there, it'll be finished. If someone's not there, then he's done a good job anyway to make it to that situation. The game wants Harry Howell to come on for Jack Cochrane. It'll be Labohang Malangu if that substitution is made. But for now, I think we're fine. Now, I did say that I don't think we're getting a 3-2. But there's still quite a bit of time on the clock. And with the game changers now on the pitch for Hartlepool United, don't rule it out. Again, Doncaster overall have been the better team today, and I wouldn't be surprised if they go and take the lead again. Really. Good tackle, Galloway. Don't get to keep the ball though, and the shot from Miller is poor. Off balance and on the turn though. Fran Ochoa. Cochrane. Shaw making the run for him. Sarr's in. So's Rodriguez! Oh my fucking god! You know what? Fran Ochoa can be my dad, I've decided. Completely undeserved again, but we look like we're going to somehow magic another 3 points out the hat. Twice today, so far, it might not even be over yet, but twice today we've come from goals down to being up. In the Carlisle one, absolutely deserved that we win. In this Doncaster one, we've been so bloody lucky. The talents we've got on this side are really fucking sending us to the moon. Carlos Rodriguez gets his 17th of the season. I believe now he has taken the mantle of top scorer, which at some point I was expecting, because he is long-term going to be a better option than Harry Howell, but short-term, I didn't expect to be this quick, honestly, is my point. And now Doncaster are the ones that have got to chase the game, and it's Hartlepool, the ones that are in control. Roberts going to try and find Rodriguez. It's not going to happen, but pressure will not work on Rashawn Williams as he brings it away. Former United Academy man. Ochoa wins it back again. Rodriguez to Sarr. And that should do it. And that will do it. Oh my days, boys. We are different gravy. We are different gravy. I don't know what's happened with Cruz there in the save. And I don't know what happened with Sarr in the finish, to be honest, because it was not a great shot at all. But limbs here as Hartlepool dig deep once again to earn another comeback victory. The power, I think, was just too much for the Doncaster goalkeeper. And in a replication of the game earlier in the season, it looks as if we're going to beat Doncaster 4-2 again. At the start of this game, and as we were going through this game, I didn't think this would be a thing. I didn't think this would happen. I thought Doncaster were going to beat us today. It's now 4-2, and there's still 3 minutes left. We could get another. They could get another. They could still get back into this. Don't rule them out. Double figures now for Jean-Paul Sarr, who's definitely a far third choice striker in this side, but still a very good hand to have. Experienced hand. A couple more years on his strike partners. Doesn't know what he's doing a bit more in front of goal. Shot from close was a power shot, but it was not close as McGregor closed it down. Mills. Roberts. Rodriguez is on his way again. Oh, Christ, lads. Can't take this one on, though. He's going to need some assistance. Roberts is there. Blocked by Biggins. Hartlepool corner. How was this? I love this fucking team, man. They seem to turn every game on its head. When you think we're down and out, these kids rally. We bring on the fucking ringers off the bench. These kids rally, and we end up getting a dub. And I love this team so much right now. Sarr. Cochrane. Back on the edge of the box. Rafa! Yeah, okay. It was never going to happen. It was on his weak foot, and it was on the bounce. But you just don't know. And despite Doncaster, I mean, we've probably been the better second half team, and it's evidenced by the fact that we've come back and won this. But Doncaster deserve a bit more out of this game. I feel a bit hard done by. Cochrane can't get it through to Sarr, and that will end the game. Right? Right? Yeah, I was going to say, Jesus Christ. How long do they want to give him just to dribble in the pitch? 4-2 win after what I feel shouldn't have been a 4-2 win. Doncaster should have had that. And I'm lucky that we've got too much talent at this level. I wish we got up in the second season, to be honest, because it would have made the ascent a bit more challenging. But with the third season in League Two, it just tells me that this team is ready for League One as well. It could be back-to-back promotions potentially on the line. But it is a 4-2 win after what I felt probably should have been, but we take it. We take what we can get. Clinical in front of goal today, and Rojas doing enough at the other end. Did let two in, but had a good enough effort to prevent any more going in. 53 to 47 turns possession in favour of Hartlepool. 10 shots apiece with 3.8 expected goals to 2.6 for Doncaster. I love this bloody team, man, sometimes. Just dig deep and keep going. Off the bench, Rodriguez gets joint man of the match with a goal and an assist and an 8 rating. Roberts is the other man of the match candidate, I guess. It's up to you which one you think deserves it. They both had 8s, but one had a green 8 and one had a yellow 8. I'm not really sure what that means. A goal for Roberts, though, off the right. A goal for Sarr at 7.9, who got the limbs at the keep mo and wrapped up what was an improbable victory. 2 assists off the bench from Fran Ochoa, who is... That loan has done him wonders, and he's such a fucking player. He's such a player, Fran Ochoa. 7.9 rating for him, and then 7.8 from Palacios as well, who I know I brought him off, but he had a great day as well today. We just need that bit more creativity, which Ochoa can bring. And it worked out big time. Rojas, decent goal, decent effort in goal today. What I've learned from here is if the ball was on the floor, he had it. If it came off the floor, it was a bit of an issue. But 8 shots on goal, 6 saves, 2 conceded. Not a bad effort. And as for the Doncaster side, man of the match goes to Miller, who did whatever he could up front to try and push Doncaster to anything. And honestly, they looked like they were dominating, but I mean, we rallied, and I loved this team when we rally like that. 2 goals from Miller, though, an 8.3. Maxwell, a strong performance at left wing back, an 8.2. Couldn't find a way down the right side at all, which is why Ochoa was brought on to create stuff off the left. Assist an 8.1 for Close, an assist at 7.6 for Hurst as well. And Crute in the goal of Doncaster had a bit of a horror show today. 5 shots on goal, only 1 save, 4 conceded, and that Sarr one was the worst of them all because he really could have done a bit more about it. But we'll go back and watch the limbs because we do like watching the limbs, don't we, ladies and gentlemen? The limbs are what we live for. Won the ball in the midfield. Rodriguez slots it through. Jean-Paul Sarr could have shot it better, but ultimately it trickles in to wrap up the game. Save, but not enough for it to stop it from crossing the line. And Jean-Paul Sarr gives the away fans something to shout about as we continue our winning ways with yet another comeback victory. Post-match interview. See what it got to say about the performance itself. I didn't scroll down, so I didn't see if Exeter or Bradford won their games. But I'm presuming Bradford did, and I'm presuming Exeter did as well because they're against Leyton Orient. But Moffat does have the dreaded broken toe. And that was the worry, and that is the problem that we now need to find a solution for. And I think, as much as I don't want to, I think we're going to have to bring back Nemeni and Kosi off the loan deal that he's on. Choose what you make after the injury to Moffat. It's a challenge for us. Honestly, we've all got Patterson now because we sold Guzman. I knew as soon as we fucking sold somebody, something was going to happen. But it's a broken toe, and it's for a guy who might lose his potential tag because of it, and I don't really want to. It's a bit bigger when it's a player who you know is going to be a star. I believe his potential in the academy was 81, 87, so I'm hoping he can keep it around the high, the mid-80s at least, when he comes back from the broken toe. We're looking stronger. Every time we look like we're down and out, we find a way to continue it, and I love it. Kind of straightforward, but it was not a straightforward win. There was no way that was a straightforward win. Did you even watch the match? Sorry about that, just had a bit of a coughing fit. Why is my manager rating in the... You know what, alright. Sack me for winning the league. Please, I beg. As we advance now, we've got a Porto loan offer. That would really be useful in January, but I will allow it to go through for next season. If Alanya Sport and Porto come to some arrangement for that to go through. And Axel Bernard's deal does go through on a permanent 1.3 million to Braunschweig. Nothing against the lad, it's just we've got our striker quality, and unfortunately he's not part of it. Not bad, a deal. Alright, inbox as well. Bernard sold. Crawley up next. We've got the loan agreement for Sam Porter, and he will go through, hopefully. And Patterson wants to come in, and I don't really know what course of action I'm going to take now. I mean, we Stoodle, yeah, good speaking me. We do still have Porter around as well, so I mean, we'll give Patterson the chance, obviously, see how he can do. But if it does come to a situation where we have to bring Nemeni and Kosi back, I will do. Bloody broken toe, man. It's a bane of my existence. So who's got injuries now? It's Moffat and Alonso, my main fullbacks that I thought were going to fucking carry me through. And they're still back. Still got another 3 months. Alonso's got another 3 months. And now we've got no Moffat for 3 months either. They'll both come back towards the tail end of the season where hopefully, I hope, the job is done. Any other injuries in this squad? We've got Isaacson as well. He's got a broken elbow. But beyond that, it's just going to be a matter of trying to keep whatever we've got left fit enough to get to the end of the season. But we'll save over, just to ensure we don't lose any progress as per usual. We'll head into game number 5. 5 points clear because Exeter have played their next game and they've won 2 in a row, I think. They must have beaten Leyton Orient. They did 1-0 and then they beat Doncaster 2-1. And ultimately, that means they're within 5 points now. We've got a game in hand, of course, as you can see. But Exeter won't slip from second, even if Bradford do get the win. And if we get a win over Crawley, which we should, but if they're bottom, we won't. The 21st. Okay, we might be alright. But if we get a win here, which we should, we'll go back 8 points clear. The top of League 2. Taking a look at the news then. Inspired substitution. Rodriguez wins it. Hartlepool United had an inspired substitution by their manager to thank for securing victory. He switched things around early on and brought on Rodriguez, who eventually proved to be the player to make a difference between the two teams. Always seems to be, doesn't he? Players of the week. Looking at the list here, it is nobody from us, which is interesting, but also nobody from our opponents last time either. So that's the way it goes, unfortunately, sometimes. Hartlepool hoping to overturn Crawley. I think we lost these guys earlier in the season, which should probably make sense because I think they were bottom when we played them. Seems to be a curse for us. Hartlepool United manager Tshabalala will be hoping to get the better Crawley Town in today's encounter. They're going down to a narrow defeat the last time the teams met, and the next step towards a title for Hartlepool is Crawley Town, who will be trying to catch up here. The next hurdle to be overcome on the title charge for Hartlepool United is a game against lowly Crawley Town. The high-flying outfit should have little trouble in collecting the 3 points from this encounter. However, the leaders need to make sure they don't slip up against the team they're strong favourites to sweep aside. Anything less than the win would hand the initiatives to the chasing pack. We lost to Crawley already this season, so I wouldn't be surprised if we do it again. And fucking Rodriguez didn't get the player of the month. It's so rigged. I'm just not allowed it with any of my players. Nominees were close to Doncaster, Rodriguez for ourselves, of course. Bogle for Newport County, Sweeney for Stevenage. Moffat's out for 3 months with a broken toe injury. Shocker there, as the game wants to fuck me over with a good player. And ultimately, Bogle does win the player of the month. Not really sure how, when I think Rodriguez had a better month, but I'm biased. Bogle's impressive performances for Newport County earned him the EFL League 2 Player of the Month award for January. Now, where are Newport in the league? How good is he really doing? Oh, he's doing fantastic, mate. They're in 22nd. Yeah, what a performance from Bogle. Fucking hell. Right, up next, Crawley Town. And with no Douglas Moffat for 3 months now, we're going to have to rotate a little bit. Anything from the youth academy we could use at left back. I mean, Masunguli, we're mid at 55. And I'm wondering, do we push him up the pitch? Carrot to try, can it? And then Dummett and Corsi, who looks fantastic and is a right winger, will make that switch and got to 50, only 56. Fair enough. More for me thinking he was good. As well as Duncan Wilson, he finishes his move to a right winger and he goes up no ratings whatsoever. But He's got good potential, and I'm happy to keep the faith in him. This Reece McGregor kid is someone I want to bring in very soon. Might be the Mills replacement, honestly. If we do decide to sell the Welshman on. Very Scottish team this team is becoming, isn't it? And it's only 61s and whatever. We'll probably want to come up at some point during the season. We'll load them up next year. See what the consensus is. Anyway, did someone else finish their position change I missed as well? Corsi. Oh no, he's working on it. Okay, never mind. Right, my bad. Right, up next then. For some reason, we've got a down arrow on our manager rank despite being top of the league, so I don't really know what the game wants from me. But up next, it is Hartlepool United versus Crawley Town. The reason I went back to the main menu to start with is to take Moffat out of the team because the game does not like me. Fuck, okay, Hudson now run out, he did well. But he'll go with Galloway this time. Rodriguez comes in to start alongside Harry Howell. And that's it. I did like Rojas's performance, but Duncan comes back in for today against Crawley. This is how the teams look then. Duncan in goal. Why the fuck does it keep giving the bloody armband to Mills? Nothing against Mills, mate, but it's one of these generals at centre-back that will get it. Duncan in goal. Patterson and McGregor as the full-backs. Galloway and Hansen as the centre-backs. Galloway captain in the side. Cochrane centre mid. Mills, Cam, Ochoa left wing. Roberts right wing. Howell and Rodriguez lead the line at Victoria Park. It is Crawley Town versus, well, it's actually Hartlepool versus Crawley because we're the home side, but whatever. If we win today, we'll go back 8 points clear. We should win, but we didn't last time. It's that Jenks kid in midfield that really caused the strife, and then Telford scored as well. So we'll just keep an eye on it. But again, once again, it is Victoria Park hosting the game between Hartlepool United and Crawley. C-Rod, man to watch, top scorer in League 2 now. I'm wondering whether I cut these games to 4 rather than 5 because I do get tired after like 3 games. I've still got 2 more games to play after that. I'm like, But if I keep going with 5 at the moment, our team, or not our team, our season will end on a 5-game episode, so that's fine by me. Honestly, probably the right move. My phone is glitching out, so bear with me. And now my phone decided to open a YouTube video that I didn't even click on. The more you know, apparently. Right. Crawley. We want revenge. We're damn getting it, whether you like it or not.
Thank you. Enjoy the game.
Despite the poor weather today, it's still quite warm. I've got my windows open, but it's just still a little bit too warm today. Right. We go again. 3 wins on the trot this episode. Goodness knows how many in a row now in total. Will that come to an end against Crawley Town? Well, I mean, McGregor's fallen over. Jesus Christ. Okay, that's a warning shot from Crawley. Howell has fallen off a cliff apparently in terms of his performance. That's what's going on. Good tackle, Mills. Lost it with Cochrane though. Good effort. Yeah, these guys are dangerous. I don't know how they're 21st, honestly. Playing quite well already to open up the game. Slightly concerned we'll lose to them again, to be honest, but a good ball over from Mills to Roberts. Gets in his stride. Can't find the ball in. Some sent by Cochrane, but Telford's tracking all the way back. These guys are wanting it. We've had the most goals by a long way in this season, and it's a bit silly, but at the same time, it just shows how potent our attack is. It shows how good we are and how much we need to fight to win games. We'll definitely clear 100 goals this year. First block by Patterson just falls back to them. I don't know why it falls back to them every time. I'd like a bit of consistency, but, you know, I suppose if it was a consistency, it'd be every time. So I guess I don't want more. Basically, I want the ball more, alright, when I tackle. Try and make it sound smarter so I'm not confusing myself. Good job by McGregor. Stop Tomic coming in from that left-hand side. Roberts. Now Roberts got movement down side here. Target leading Grimsby. Howell. Heavy touch again. It's a stupid tackle. I don't fucking understand what's happened with Harry Howell though. A couple episodes ago he was on top of the world and now he just can't seem to get the fucking ball with him. We're being a very aggressive side here. It's not working out. Like I said, on some teams it'll work. On this team so far it has not. Mills gets involved again. Rodriguez. Can Howell end his bad luck? Nope, it continues. I don't know what's up with him. Yellow card. I think that was for Harry Howell going through the back of one of their defenders, which is very much the correct decision. But at the same time, I don't know what's happened with him. Fallen off a cliff a bit recently, but I'm not going to get on him too much. Not yet, anyway. If he doesn't score next episode as well, then there'll be an issue. Anyway, he still could score this episode. There's still 2 games to go, including this one. Yellow card for number 48. Does win the header, though. Rodriguez. Roberts. They try to find the ball into his Welsh friend, Harry Howell. It does not come off. So some of these youth academy reports. I'm hoping the rest of the home nations catch up to England a little bit as well, aren't they? Some of these players good enough to make national sides. Some of the players going to be there eventually. So foul against Crawley there against Patterson, who I think will do just fine at left back, but it's not that I hate Patterson or anything, and I don't. I like Patterson. He's a good talent. It's just Moffat had that potential tag. I don't want him to lose it. Rodriguez makes it 1-0 because he scores anything that he puts on target at the moment, and it's 1-0 Hartlepool United. Our number 9, I think he's coming into his own. He knows what he can do on the pitch now. The potential to be special striker. He knows what he's capable of. And each game he just gets better and better. I can't remember his initial potential coming out of the academy. But I'll go back and have a look at some point. And I'll compare it to now and it'll be mad. Because potential to be special is 90 to 94. 18 goals this season now for Carlos Rodriguez, and he doesn't show any signs of stopping. The way he's going, he'll hit 30. If the rhythm continues, he'll get close to 30, if not hit 30. Bradford lead. Which in any other capacity I'd be fine with, but in the capacity of where I want to win the league and their competitor, it's more concerning. I'm not bad at getting past my players, they're just bad at shooting. Spong with the latest effort. Way off target. I can't call anyone out for being bad at shooting. My shot accuracy is usually below 50%, so not important really, but I mean, it's not great obviously, but when you're winning games anyway, Not the end of the world. Good job by McGregor. His feet, if McGregor gets injured, I know this game wants to fucking stop me. I can't remember if McGregor has a potential tag. I hope he does. He's quite fun to use. Just try to slow us down here and close us down. Mills into Cochrane. Couple of goals today. Howell. Good effort. Bruno saves. Harry Howell's finding it a bit hard to strike this episode. I don't know why. Chowa towards Galloway. It's going to be caught by the goalkeeper. No, Roberts. Now Mills. I want to power shot it. I'm still gonna. Oh, you know what? Yeah, Bruno scrambling. I was going to power shot it before the slide of the Crawley player, and once he had slid, it gave me more space. I thought, why not? Let's go for it, see what's possible. Chowa towards Galloway again. It's headed the wrong way. I think it has been headed by Galloway as well, which is interesting. McGregor gets enough to it, and now Mills can't get control, and it won't let me switch to Roberts, so I guess we'll go McGregor instead. Crawley dribbled off the pitch there. It's been 50-50 really this game. It's just we've scored and Crawley haven't. So the only difference is the goal that has been scored by Carlos Rodriguez. McGregor to Mills, going to try and get it back to the Scotsman, run down the line. Try to get inside. Was trying to play it to Mills, but that works too. Harry Howell forcing another good save out of Bruno, and that's all McGregor for setting that up. I was trying to pass it off to Mills, got fouled a little bit, managed to keep the ball under said pressure, and Howell with not a half bad effort. Once again, the Crawley goalkeeper springing into action. Roberts to swing it in towards Galloway. Rodriguez. Anyone. Not Howell, because he's 5'6". Anyone with some kind of height. Galloway won't win that head of Telford, but Patterson will initially. Gets a second tackle as well. Chowa. Cochrane. Chowa now. Patterson's making the move. He's smart here as Harry Howell doesn't get the effort. I think it was tackled off of him. The defender got a touch in there, and that's why the shot was not done. Good read by Rodriguez. Chowa. Howell. Mills from range. I mean, that's just not where I've aimed it, though, is it? To be honest. I kind of presumed he'd take a touch to steady it and then shoot, but didn't happen, and it's just gone way wide. Alright, we still lead as we edge towards half-time here. Carlos Rodriguez separating the sides. Galloway towering above Telford, and we may get another chance here to add a second before the break. Rodriguez. Cochrane running through. Can he play it off to Howell? Oh, not quite. Unselfish from Cochrane, who maybe could have taken a shot on. But saw Howell in a good spot and tried to pick him out. Rodriguez, I don't know what kind of ball he tried to do to win that there. Galloway. Cochrane through to Chowa. Can't find Howell, and that will end a half. 1-0 at the break. And the League 2 top scorer, Carlos Rodriguez, making the difference in a close encounter here. Not much in it. What matters is we've got the lead. At the moment, that's all we need currently. So much stuff in my room, I need to clean it up really. Right. Second half on the way. Will it be a good second half for Hartlepool? Or will it be a good second half for Crawley? We'll find out in a minute. First though, these are the results at half-time from around the grounds. Harrogate Town leading Grimsby 1-0. 2-1 to Bradford City over Stevenage. 0-0 between Crewe and Morecambe. 1-0 to Swindon Town over Salford. Tranmere drawing 0-0 with Newport County. 1-0 to Rochdale over Mansfield. And Barrow drawing 0-0 with AFC Wimbledon. Looking at the stats then at the break as well. It's been a close encounter, but we kind of ramped it up towards the end of the half. 56 to 44 in terms of possession. 8 shots to 4. 1.7 expected goals to 0.9. We did start taking a bit more control towards the end of the half there. And hopefully we continue that control heading into the second half. And get a good victory here against Crawley Town. Patterson to Ochoa, who has already sent Johnson on the floor. Johnson will try and catch up. Ochoa cuts inside. He's an option here. Patterson is the option, but Johnson's done very well to recover. I've got to give credit there. Credit's due. Try to get the ball back. And it hasn't happened, and they've scored. So it's one of those where I'm not allowed to go near them, apparently. We're doing COVID defending. Nothing within 2 meters, apparently. I don't really know how we've not cut this out. It's a good finish, but I feel like we should be cutting that out earlier. Not unless the Crawley deserve, but it's just annoying, really. Straight out of the gates, the second half, we've been pegged back to 1-1. Patterson into Ochoa. Yeah, because you're just going to know where I'm going. You're 21st place and you're an average right back. You're just going to know where my talent is going. Howell can't play into Rodriguez. Had to just run past. Not what I want to do with him, but. Roberts into Mills. You just know when I'm gonna turn, do you? You know exactly the moment I'm gonna fucking try and turn there. Okay. Okay, FIFA. Yet when I know you're going to go down the wing, I can't cut it out. They're going to win this, and I know they are. Get blocked by Galloway. It's a Crawley throw. I just feel like it's... I'm trying to switch player off the throw in here, and I can't even get to the one I want to get to. McGregor does enough to get the ball back. Rodriguez. Or Roberts, I should say. McGregor find Rodriguez. Not with a pass like that, he can't. Get pressure put on, but not enough to win the ball. Harry Howell try to put some pressure on, but I don't want to get him sent off. I'm kind of not pressuring too much there with the Welshman. Ball come back in by Crawley here. McGregor closes it down. There's been a goal at Newport. I'm not really sure who it's like. Who they're against. I can't remember who they're against. This is my point I'm trying to make, but I can't check because I was defending there. It comes up at the top right, you guys can see it. Oh my god, if the pass is just going to go like this, I know we're going to lose. Granted, I did press the wrong button, and it aimed at the wrong player, but still. My point stands. You know when the fucking game's just going to turn on a dime. Hansen closes it down again. He's a good little defender. Didn't quite get it to the player I wanted to get it to there, but at least it's out of our box initially. Galloway double blocking it, and we'll get it gone again. They're pushing for a fucking winner. No, they can as well, that's a problem. Roberts. Howell's asking for it. Cochrane. Blocked. Ochoa. It's offside. We're going to make a change for Harry Howell because he doesn't even have his confidence in this episode. I think it's Arango that needs to come on. A bit of speed up front, try to get through his defence. Nothing against Harry Howell, he's just not felt like Harry Howell today. I can say the same for Arango, he's been a bit off-piste as well. It seems to be Rodriguez that's sending us through. Goals coming from around the park. Ochoa with a good creativity today, and Cochrane's popped up with a couple of good goals today as well. Mills wins that in a bit of a tangle. Arango has gone the wrong direction for a start, but manages to win the ball and get it to Ochoa. Even run that way with him. Arango. Back inside to Fran Ochoa. Almost immediate impact from the number 38. It's like those heavy touches. Why are they doing that? Fucking annoying is what it is. Go Hansen, please, thank you. Cut by Galloway. I don't get a minute to do anything with it though. Got by Mills. I don't understand the fuck these guys are 21st. Because they're just pressing me for everything. I can't get a touch before anything happens. That's wide, thankfully. But, like, it just doesn't make any sense how these guys are 21st. They're pressing me like they're trying to fucking challenge me for the title. We've been here, but they've been more accurate. It's a 50-50 game, and honestly, it's probably the correct result right now, but I don't want to be dropping points to a lower, no offence, a lower tier club. Arango. Ah! Put off by a defender. Arango couldn't find a good shot on that. I don't know what's happened to him. Maybe we should just let him go on loan. I don't know why he's now shit. So maybe a bit hard on him, but I'm just frustrated at the whole occasion here, how we've not managed to find a fucking winner against Crawley yet, and I don't think we will, to be honest. I'd like to believe, but it just doesn't feel like it's going to happen. In fact, I feel like it's going to be them that gets the goal. They're fucking backheeling it about. They're 21st place. Good save by Duncan. They're 21st place. They're doing fucking passes like the backheel pass that you just saw there. Yeah, okay. Right, Roberts has got room to manoeuvre. We've got no Rodriguez. It's going to have to be Arango who gets this ball here. Can he please finish it off? No, he can't. Ochoa can't. What? No, if there's anything that tells me that I'm not going to win the game, that is it. How? I've just put... Okay. Arango probably should have scored. Good save. How have I missed that? Oh my god. And it's not... I've no doubt in my mind that we're not going to win now. That was easier to score than miss, and we've gone and fucking blasted it wide like an idiot. I don't see how we're going to win now, because that should have been a goal. Whether it be Arango, whether it be Ochoa, that should be 2-1. And yet somehow it hasn't ended up being that fact. Come on, please. Keep pushing, lads. Arango. God, they're fucking pressing me like nobody's business. Ochoa. Rodriguez, come on. Number 9. Oh my god. That was a... Oh my god. Nah, this kid. That man there, Carlos Rodriguez, has something. He has something. He is a special talent. Identified on day 1 in the academy when we came here. Top fucking bins. My god. Well, I mean, I'm going to be transparent there. Did not expect us to win this after that Arango and Ochoa double miss. But when you've got someone with just as pure striking talent as Carlos Rodriguez, someone with just the ability to pick a goal out of nowhere, it just clicks, it just happens. Arango's been fouled, I'm pretty sure, but the ref has given nothing, because I think it was more 50-50. But I think Arango got the worst of it. Because I would have had the ball if I'd not been fouled there, right? I still think Crawley would push us for an equaliser, but we can hold it off. Cochrane does well. Roberts does well. Rodriguez in to Arango. Jim Arango! Ah! Some of these efforts today have been poor from me. Arango pre-loan spell scores that. As long as we take 3 points, I don't really care. It can be 5-4, it can be 2-1. I'm not really arsed. As long as we're putting points on the board and aiming a step closer to that league title, I'm not giving a fuck. Genuinely not giving a fuck. That's the problem, though. We might not get it. Good tackle, Patterson. Oh, lovely. Oh, yeah, do you know what? This game is about as predictable as the day is long. I win the ball back cleanly, bounces back to them, and they find a finish from out of nowhere. You know what? Fair enough, I guess, kind of. It's a deserved result if it's a draw, but at the same time, you just know what's going to happen with this game. I couldn't bring Hansen across because I couldn't switch to him. I just don't know why sometimes I can't switch to my players that I want to be. Duncan should be doing better. I don't know why he's done the splits there. Just felt like doing some gymnastics in the middle of the pitch on the 89th minute, to be fair. Sometimes you just want to do it. What's the injury time amount? Have we got 4 minutes? Alright, we can push something here. We can ruin their day. We can ruin their day. Come on, Fran. Come on, Fran. Come on, Fran. Why have you taken that on your... Why have you taken that on your right? You absolute melon muncher. Nobody else can keep up with him and he had to take it on himself, but why the fuck he's taking it on his right is a marvel, to be honest. Beyond me. And that was our chance to steal it. We don't even deserve to steal it, but that was our chance to steal it. Wouldn't be surprised if they get one more attack at this and they go fucking steal themselves. Yeah, Cochrane hasn't cut that out for some reason. Galloway has, though. Right, come on, boys. Last chance, Saloon. Rodriguez for the hat-trick. For the hat-trick. It's blocked. Can we get it back in? Mills, yes. Roberts. Oh! We're pushing everything we can at this Crawley net. And it's a great goalkeeping save from Bruno as Roberts tries to find us a winner. Right, off this corner we need someone tall and someone to leap into the air and make themselves a hero and guarantee us 3 points. Ochoa towards Galloway. It's away, it's probably too far away. Rodriguez keeps it alive. Hansen. Mills. Oh my... Oh, we're not going to get a corner out of it either. That's frustrating because I knew it was going to be a draw. I knew as soon as we went up they were going to equalise at some point, and I had all the time in the world. I had plenty of chances there to try and steal a late winner, but their goalkeeper was good, honestly. Our goalkeeper decided to do the splits. So that's kind of where we're at emotionally. I did say we weren't going to win them all. And dropping points to Crawley is a bit embarrassing, but we do still have a 6-point lead at the top. It's annoying, but I mean, on the base of the game, it's probably the right result. We did push for it, but their goalkeeper is fantastic. I know the stats look very lopsided in my favour, but Crawley fucking grinded and committed to getting the result there, so fair play to him. 52 to 48 in terms of possession, 19 shots to 8 in favour of us. With 6.3 expected goals, 2.4. I should feel hard done by, and I do a tiny bit, but we had the chances to fucking do it. And I don't know what's up with some of these strikers. Rodriguez is the only person able to score in that one. He gets the man of the match with an 8.9. And the brace that really set us up for that game. And I just don't understand why nobody else could put the ball in the back of the net. McGregor with an 8, he's good. Patterson might be the backup for now, and I don't really know where we're going to go with the left back spot as we go. But for this episode, we'll keep with Patterson and see how it goes. We've got one more game to go anyway. Roberts with a 7.6, Ochoa with a 7.5, and then another assist to add to his ever-growing collection. And Howell, not feeling great today in terms of shooting, but did get an assist for one of the Rodriguez goals and a 6.2. Did I not make any substitutions? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I must have made... Oh, I brought Howell off for a Rango, didn't I? That was the only change I made. Right, and Duncan could have done a bit better, but could have done worse, really. 6 shots to his goal, 4 saves, 2 conceded. As for the Crawley side, Telford with a goal and an assist and an 8.6. Nadeson with that late equaliser, which should have been cut out but wasn't, and an 8.1 for him, with Jenks getting the assist from midfield and a 7.4. Bruno was very good in their goal. We had so many opportunities to wrap that up and we just couldn't, and I don't really know why. I'm kind of annoyed, if I'm being honest, as truth be told, because of the fact that we had so many chances with Ochoa, so many chances with Arango, and chances with Howell as well. We should have had that wrapped up in the first half, really, but only Rodriguez could put the ball away today. I'm not really sure why, but we'll move on and hopefully finish off with a win against Newport. It's 8 shots, like I said, 6 saves. I didn't say it, I think, actually, but 8 shots on his goal, 6 saves and 2 conceded. So it's a good save, a good amount of saves and good game from Bruno. Oh, it's just frustrating. We've dropped points. I mean, we're still a little bit clear, but I don't want to keep dropping points to the point that we're dragged back into something that we did bloody well to get out of. That's what would annoy me. Moffat did make... Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, Patterson was fantastic. but we need Moffat. We'll find a way to cope. Broken toe bloody injuries are going to be the deaths of some of these players' potentials, and it's going to be so annoying, because Moffat is one I want to grow into a fucking very good left back. He might not be here till the end, but he can be fantastic for us in the meantime. I'm not obsessed with running, but I mean, we drew, so I'm not really too happy with that. We are undefeated still, but we only drew against the team we should be beating. Rodriguez did very well, because he is a fucking general, but Lag can do it on his own. We're going to go for a little bit of a negative answer. I know Rodriguez got happy about that, but the team morale went down a little bit. Probably our manager rating will go down a little bit as well for no reason, so that'll be fun. Yep, there we go. It goes down a bit. What am I at now? I was at 70. Now it's 66. If I get fucking sacked for not doing this bloody youth objective, by the way, I'm not very happy. That's what I'm saying. Especially when we're on for the fucking league title. Not to mention the fact that they wanted round of 16 in the FA Cup. Who do they think we are? A Premier League side. Well, that's how the table's looking, and we're going to stay top at the end of this episode. That's a positive. One more game against Newport, and they're 22nd. So it's another one we should be winning, but we just played 21st place Crawley and drew, so I'm not... confidence isn't fully there. And I need to sneeze. But I'd like to think that we should win this. Take a look at the news before we go in. Then Hartlepool, or Crawley on Hartlepool to draw. Massive surprise, so a league encounter between leaders Hartlepool and bottom half strugglers Crawley Town ended stalemate. It was a great performance from the team in the wrong half of the table, as they succeeded in frustrating their high-flying opponents to grab a well-deserved point. Leighton needs an equaliser, denies Hartlepool, which is bloody annoying, but I knew it was going to come, so it just kind of, it was a matter of when rather than if. Hartlepool United were denied by Nids, and it was dramatic late equaliser, saw Crawley Town snatch a 2-all draw. Hartlepool keep winning. We didn't keep winning because we drew, but survived to face a fierce challenge from Crawley. Tshabalala's side fully deserved to extend their beaten run in the league to 11 matches. We are running away with it a little bit. That's kind of what we should be doing with a team we've got. Got 4 players in the team of the week. We've got Rob Patterson, who came in for Moffat and did very well. We've got Oliver McGregor, who is just a general at that right back spot now. Fran Achoa, who is just ridiculous. And Ethan Roberts as well. So it's the fullbacks and the wingers that get in there for us. And a Crawley player got in as well, Francillette, for the centre back there, the spot for Crawley. So fair play to them. And Newport seek redemption. They'll want to do what Crawley just did and take points off us, really. Newport County fans will be keen to see themselves, or see their team redeem themselves today after losing 4-0 to Hartlepool United the last time they met. Oh, I beat them 4-0? I don't remember that. But it's the same spiel as what it was for Crawley. We should win, and if we don't, we'll be dropping points, and we may get catch-up grind from the rest of the gang. The gang being Exeter and Bradford. I think the more it goes, the more I think promotion is sealed, because we're 15 points clear of the playoff spots. Still got 16 games to go, but I'm fairly confident that we'll get into League One now. And I hope we make it to League One, because apparently not making around the 16 in the FA Cup, despite being a low priority objective, is costing me a lot here. We've done the financial one. I think it's because we've not done any objectives yet. I can't do a streak of clean sheets because I can't defend. And I don't even remember who was in the bloody academy last season. So that's an issue. But I think Hansen was in there, wasn't he? He's getting a bit of game time. He's getting plenty of game time. We'll figure out. It might just be that we're doing that objectives, but it's taking but it's taken a long time to do. Which is okay. We'll give Porter a chance today, and we'll give Sarr a chance because, I mean, nobody else can seem to score. Rodriguez up to a 70 now. He is on fire. Let's go take a look at what development plan our number 9's on. Complete striker drill. He's still fucking very much on his way to the top. I think we might make some physical changes to him as well. Because he's 6 foot. Having him be a tank would be fantastic. By the end of the season, he'll probably be 71 rated, which is very good as well. I think I saved over, didn't I? But I could be mistaken. I'll just have a little check. I did. We've read the news, we've read all the stories, and we'll get into this final game of today's episode against Newport County, who are quite tired. They've just played, as have we, but we've got a bit more depth to work with. And Bradford and Forest screenplay, as well as some of these other teams. We'll keep those other teams on. And we'll figure out a team we want to go with. I think this is the team we want to go with, though, isn't it? You know what? We'll run Palacios out. And we'll run Munoz out as well. Robert's up to 74 as well. He's having a fucking hell of a career here. And we'll put on the Bohang as well. Big Bohang. I'll give Ochoa a full rest. Actually, do I want to do that? I'd rather give Roberts a full rest, honestly. This could be a argumentative point, but I just love having Ochoa come on and do whatever we need to do if we need it done. And do we have a backup right back? Vergara can get the backup spot today because McGregor is a little tired. So today, this will be the team. Again, I'm going to have to fucking change this in the main menu, but every time I switch a team around, it puts the armband to Mills. So I'm just going to have to keep switching the armband to one of the centre-backs. Duncan in goal. Porter and McGregor as the full-backs. Porter making his debut as a Hartlepool United player here today. Contreras, captain, alongside Hansen, who, making an name for himself, is going to get more games the way he goes. Malanga with centre-mid spot alongside Mills at camp. Hiccups. Palacios off the left. Munoz off the right with Sarr and Rodriguez up top. I do not remember the Newport Stadium, so I'm not even going to attempt to try and remember. We're going to go Google it in a minute, but it is Newport County versus Hartlepool United. Our 5 back. See what we can do. Rodriguez. I mean, there's no reason why I shouldn't start him because he's on a mad one. And there's a very good chance he'll score again today. So we're going to keep starting him. Pretty much. Rodney Parade is the Newport County ground. Of course, Newport, one of the teams up in the poll that I was considering managing. The other teams from that poll were Crawley, Rochdale, and I can't remember their team. It might have been Bradford. I think it was Bradford. I'm kind of glad, low-key, that Bradford didn't get voted because they'd won promotion in the first season and I wouldn't have got it and I got sacked. So I'm glad we kind of gone for a smaller team that was not expected to get promotion in the first season. We were expected to get promotion last year, we didn't make it. So the board have been very patient, really. But we're going to get it this year. It's just a matter of when rather than if. I meant to put Mateo Rojas in the goal for this one, but I didn't. So if I remember for next episode, he'll get the first game. If I don't remember, then disregard this. Next episode will be till Monday, so don't blame me if I've forgotten. There may or may not be, not committed to anything, potentially a stream tomorrow to finish off the Bolton rebuild, where we're now in the Premier League, and or we're already in the Premier League, sorry, we're now in the Champions League. So it's just getting that next step to Champions League glory. Getting the team fleshed out and ready to go for that. And that may be tomorrow. If it's not tomorrow, it'll be Tuesday. So again, remember, this is the first ever appearance on a football pitch for Sam Porter, so we'll give him a bit of leeway. Won't say, "Oi, you're getting everything wrong." I'm giving him a bit of chance to get into the squad a little bit. Malanga out to McGregor. Inside to Munoz. Through to Malanga. It's cut out though. That could be Newport that will go here. It's Newport that will go here. Zanzala try to create something. It's going to come back. Hansen does enough to put I think it's Cadlick with the shot. Might be wrong, but put him off his shot anyway, whoever it was. Smart there. I think Rodriguez was offside anyway, but it could have kept the game going because Newport had the ball. Rodriguez is a player to watch today. Could hit 20 goals. He was behind Harry Howell at the start of this episode. He's really come alive. Now 3 clear of his strike partner. I think it'll get that gap will get even bigger because I just don't know why, but Harry Howell can't seem to find the back of the net at the moment. Rodriguez, yeah, I can't speak. Rodriguez just seems to be shooting everything in the back of the net. Good tackle by Porter to deny, I think, Zanzala there. Rodriguez, oh, lovely. The way that I didn't pass it and it's gone there. Okay, cool. Porter's just fucking getting stuck in, mate. I love my fucking fullbacks, apparently. They don't seem to play well. And Porter's on his runs here. Does need some help from Palacios, which he won't get. But it will be a throw into Hartlepool United. Is what I would say if it was our throw. What? What? Did they not touch it last? No? I guess shows what I know, innit? Really? Oh, I've made Contreras that position. Malanga's tried something and it didn't work, but Duncan equal to it at the near post. Problem is, and I've been thinking about it as we've continued through these episodes, if we do get to League One, and it's looking more and more likely each time, we're going to have to say goodbye to some of these players. I don't really want to for some of them, but some of them it's absolutely fine. Because we'll need to upgrade the squad with regens and maybe some academy players. Good tackle by Contreras. Just to push us up, maybe to back-to-back promotions. I'm not going to say 100% that's what we're going to do, but I'd like it. Even if it's through the playoffs. Sarr can't find the ball to Rodriguez. But as it's looking more and more likely, I'm going to have to start thinking about what I want to do to overhaul this squad a bit. Because we will have to clear the numbers out a little bit. We've got 49 people. We don't use a lot of them. Duncan will get it clear after Porter directs it away from the Newport attack. But I'm just thinking, like, there might be some big name departures as well. Players who've hit their potential that we really like. And when I'm saying that, I'm thinking of Mills and I'm thinking of Howell. And of course, players that just won't get the game time necessary to grow into this team. I'm thinking more some of those Spanish wingers that we've got on loan, either Martinez or Ojeda, one of them will need to go. It's just going to be some tough calls to make next year. Malanga from range, good save from Day. Malanga's got a bloody shot on him, I'll take that much. But it's just, it's getting me more and more thinking, is my point. What we want to do and how we want to go about it. Of course, with the loan spells, I won't make a decision till the end of the season. I'll give them till the end of the season to see how they grow. But as well, I'm thinking, like, when I was saying big name departures, I'm thinking kind of maybe even Martin Munoz to make a departure. Because if I can't put him anywhere else, I don't know if I want him on the wing. He's been okay this episode when he's had the chance, don't get me wrong. I do like him. It's just, I don't like having a 6'3" guy on the wing when he could be better in the middle. Tried to find Malanga there from Sarr, but it didn't work out, and I cut it out, and they're going to go again, or Newport County. But it's just a lot of thinking going in my head, and I'm thinking out loud now. I'm just going to stop rambling, and we'll just continue with the game commentary. But if there's any ideas anyone else has, they're more than welcome to share them. I'll listen to them. Maybe not follow through on them, but I will definitely listen and definitely take into account what you're saying. But of course, remember, this is a Youth Academy only career mode, so no signing any real players, only regens or Youth Academy players. So we'll just have to think. Obviously, we could sign players, but we'll just have to think what we want to replace and what kind of player we want For now, I'm happy with his squad, but again, it'll have to change going into League One. Rodriguez gets a Munoz, it's straight out Day, who does drop it. If we had someone who could gobble that up there, that would have been good, but Rodriguez and Sarr both too far away from the situation. Malanga heads it to Jean-Paul Sarr. Palacios. Now it's tackle from Ray, or Rai. Don't know how you pronounce it, we're going to go with Rai. Palacios, good tackle. You're throwing to Newport though. Why is it that teams at the bottom of the table are more troublesome than the teams at the top? Bradford, admittedly, at the start of the episode were a bit difficult, but I mean, I can't say any were easy because Carlisle and Doncaster were comeback victories. Carlisle was easy, Doncaster was a challenge. Crawley was definitely a challenge, and Newport, I've not been able to find a way through yet. I guess it's been a challenging episode on all levels. I think the difficulty and sliders are probably in the right place just for now. We'll maybe adjust them when we get to League One. If it feels like I'm just coasting through League One a bit too easily, then maybe change that up. Curtis Mills gets the ball from Carlos Rodriguez, and as I'm rambling on, we do make it 1-0 here at the Rodney Parade. 3 minutes before half-time, it is the man who had a great episode last episode, been a bit quieter this episode, but at the same time, not had a worse episode, because instead of being the scorer, the assister, and the creator that Curtis Mills is, he's taken on a more defensive role this episode, been cutting out passes, making those interceptions, and throwing in some very good tackles as well. He's been more of a ball winner this episode than a creator. But he does get a goal, and I'm really liking Curtis Mills, but it's going to be up for debate whether we keep him on. Because I know we can get someone better, who has potential, who will grow better than what Curtis Mills will. But I do really like Curtis Mills, and I want to keep him about. It's just, I don't want to get too attached to some of these players, although some of them I'm already attached to. Carlos Rodriguez is the main one, of course, because he's not going anywhere, ever. My voice is going a little bit, which is fun. We've all got an hour and a half to do, so that's fine. Porter, good tackle. He has been on it today, and he's won the throw-in as well. The left back and right back positions may be sorted for a good while. I think McGregor will go into League One as our starting right back, unless it's Alonso. I'm not sure yet on that front what we're going to do. It really depends on how the injury is affected. Alonso, Mills decided to go for it. Why not, mate? You got the confidence to go for it. Try it. I know Sarr was in the middle, but he was marked, so just went for it. And as the half-time shit gets through here, Curtis Mills obviously 1-0 up. I'm going to pour a bit more apple juice for myself, because my throat's going a bit, my voice is going a little bit. I've still got another half of action plus the January transfer window to detail. So we'll pour the apple juice out, you can probably hear it. And take a quick drink. But this is how the half-time scores are looking. Barrow 1, Gillingham 0. Wimbledon 1, Rochdale 0. Mansfield 2, Tranmere 0. Crawley 1, Salford 1. Swindon 0, Crewe, Alexandra 0. Morecambe 0, Exeter 0, which is good. It means Exeter are dropping more points at the moment. Doncaster 0, Sutton 0. Bradford City 0, Forest Green 1, which is even better. I mean, as a Bradford fan, I don't want to see him losing, but as a Hartlepool player and fan in this career mode, it's good to see him losing and dropping points. And Leyton Orient 0, Harrogate Town 0. For us, it is 1-0 at the Rodney Parade to Hartlepool, which is probably the right result, but it's been a very close encounter, and it's been hard to break them down. And I don't think we'll break them down again. I think it was more a defensive performance in the second half. 54-46 in terms of possession, 4 shots to 3, and 1 expected goal to 0.5 for Newport. Don't be surprised if Cochrane comes on quite early in this game just to try and shore up the defensive areas a little bit. Because they've got some very good strikers. One is a player of the month striker who, interestingly, hasn't started today. Either he's injured or tired. Munoz is holding his run here. He's around Twamley, but he does need an option in the middle, and I don't even know if he'll get to the middle. Mills does well there, does Munoz, and Sarr off to Malanga from range. He does like a little long ranger. Rodriguez, Munoz stays on side. Back into Rodriguez for 20. Good save at the near post by Day. I thought that was the Peruvian Prince's number 20 there. Not happening on that occasion. And as we swing in a corner, Munoz. Don't really want to be having him on the corner, but he's done it now. Maybe should have thought about that beforehand. Contreras, why not? That's probably why not. It's a good block. Hansen keeps it alive. Sarr. So many Newport players. Just going to try and push out to the wing a little bit. Mills to Munoz. I don't know if he's on. He is. Back into Mills. Malanga. Just try to find the right ball in here. Porter. Off to Mills. Rodriguez was not the target there. It was meant for Sarr, but that's okay. We'll we move and learn, I suppose. It could be a counter-attack for Newport unless we make a smart foul here, and it will be. And the ref will bring it back, despite the advantage thing going off the screen. Voss has gone to Ajax from Arsenal. If anyone's interested. Edwards to launch it towards Zanzala. Rodriguez with the 6-foot height gets it away initially. It's not fully away, but Rodriguez will win the second ball as well and be able to push it out to Mills, who gets it to Munoz. He's had a decent day on this side, and that's a bit heavy on the pass. So when you speak, don't speak. Out the second half here, Newport have had barely anything, and we're hoping to continue that trend. But it's a great ball through to Cadleck. And the ball goes out to Norman now. We'll just be smart with the passing here. The ball is in, and it's a cracking finish from Zanzala. Great finish. You can't compute that, and you can't dispute it. Compute wasn't the word I was looking for the first time, but, you know, we may get up as we go along. It's a good shot, a good finish. Tried to bring across Contreras, and I thought I got the foot in, but so much power and so much placement on that. Precision and power. It's a great finish. And a 3 days Zanzala makes it 1-1. Can't complain. Thought I'd shut it down with Contreras. They had nothing all half. I was saying they had nothing all half, and then they went and got a goal to equalise the scoreline here. Which means we now need to push for a second, which threw a 5-back. And a decent 5-back as well as Newport been today. And a good goalkeeper like Day. It's going to be a task. And it could have been even more of a task there. Did you see the game, by the way? Did you see the game in that little... Rewind it if you're on YouTube, or just bring it back a couple of seconds. You see when it switched me to Porter there without me wanting to. I was trying to be Contreras to block that shot, and it switched me to Porter and brought Contreras away. Just keep an eye on that. On this game, it's going to try and fuck me over. Burger to Mills. Munoz. Back in to Curtis Mills. Rodriguez hasn't been able to find his feet today. Will he find them now? No, because he's offside. And you know what, actually? I remember a certain player playing for this club last season on loan. How about we bring him on and see what he can do? See if he can put a dagger to their hearts. I was considering Cochrane, and I never brought him on. It's a problem because now it's 1-1. But Cochrane did score a winner earlier in the episode, so he will be on soon. Not just yet. Jean-Paul Sarr making way for Jay Marango. Bowen coming on for Cadwalder on the Newport side of changes. Jarvis gets in the way. I'll bring it away. For a second, I wondered where they were going there. Arango. Rodriguez. Munoz is asking for it. Munoz is going to receive it as well. That's a great run from Martin Munoz. And Jim Arango's right there. But the pass is to... I don't know actually what the pass is to. Munoz felt a little slow there to play the pass across. And Arango, I feel should have got a touch to it. But... maybe it's just me. I want to bring Howell on kind of a little bit, but I feel like we need a lead before we do that. We've got to be coming from Mills. We'll be coming on, of course, for the number 9, who I haven't been able to pick out today. Maybe Harry Howell's what we need, a bit more nippy. I suppose I can't really say nippy because Rodriguez is faster, but this could be nippy. This could be a goal for Palacios. He's put it wide. Bring on Ochoa. You don't put those wide, they expect to stay on. And you know what? I'm considering Howell, but we're going to bring Cochrane as well, actually, while we're on that situational area. It'll be for Mills, who's had a great game today. You thought it was going to be from Malanga, didn't you? Draw for Palacios, yep, that's going to be done. That was a bit of a reactionary one, but at the same time, it might be the one that works the fucking job there. And we're also going to do a second substitution here, which we probably should have done along with the first, but it was a bit of a late decision. Cochrane for Mills. As we try and find a winner here at the Rodney Parade, and we try and finish off with 13 points today, rather than 11 that we're currently on. Chairs should win this. Does. To Ochoa. Arango now. Going to receive the ball. Rodriguez. He's just been marked upon marked here. Ochoa. Rodriguez couldn't be picked out. They've read it because they've got about 6 players on bloody poor Rodriguez. Cochrane gets a foot to it. That should be enough for McGregor to receive the ball, right? We'll take the throw. Will we? I think it's actually their throw. Bollocks. There's a bit of a debate about it. Bogle coming up for Zanzala, the player of the month. Zanzala getting a round of applause for equalising the game. Bogle, the player of the month, is going to come on now and try and maybe find a winner for Newport. So I would hate. Rodriguez to Munoz. Good little link-up play there. Munoz going to try and find Arango. Is he? I don't know, because that was what I wanted to do, but there was nothing on the pass. Malanga. Can't find Cochrane, and it's going to be a difficult one to find a winner. Wonder if it's going to be as difficult for them. Contreras stops Bogle. Porter. Ochoa. Turns Norman with little problem. Arango's offside, isn't he? He's not. He wasn't. Who was playing him on? Hansen to Cochrane. Fucking. He's off balance passes me. You try to get the character to be on balance for ages and he's still off balance about 3 seconds later. I don't get it. Porter, good challenge. Fantastic challenge. It comes to Ochoa, who will give it back to Porter, who's had a great day. Malanga, Arango. Now Cochrane. Just it seems to be that last pass. You can't find it through. He's turned Hansen there. Now Contreras. Stop Bogle in his tracks, which he does once again. Porter. Malanga. Turns his man. Arango. Ochoa does not get the ball because Arango's just putting a fucking lazy pass. Contreras again, bodying Bogle. This time Bogle gets the better of it. How, I'm not entirely sure, but he does. Contreras to the block, and it will go out of play. And I believe it's a corner for Newport. I believe Bradford have also equalised. Zangong coming up for Rye now. I think we might have to settle for the point, boys. Even then, Newport can score from this corner. We might have to settle for an L. There could be limbs at the Rodney Parade in moments. It's going to be a soft header for Duncan to deal with. And we need to go, boys. We need to go. We can't be pissing around. Contreras. Rodriguez. They're already all back. What the fuck is this? Arango. Can he be picked out? No, it's just bounced the wrong way. And it's not even going to bounce anywhere near him. Munoz wins the ball but doesn't win the ball at the same time. Can I just have the football, please? 5 minutes of added time here. If that goes in, by the way, I'm literally ending the episode. I'm not even doing an outro. Showa, Malanga, Arango. Rodriguez going through the middle, please. Please! Please! No! Malanga, win this. Won't let me switch to Rodriguez in time. Bollocks. Alright, cool. Maybe get one more chance of getting the ball back quick. Hansen, Cochrane. Can't get the fucking ball through. They're playing 9 at the back, it feels like. Malanga trips over the ball, and now they're going to get the last chance. Contreras blocks it. What a save. If that found the back end there, I'm done, by the way. Because I've done so well defensively to stop that, and it still just goes through. A 1-1 draw against Newport, probably the right result, but my God, was that a pain in the arse. I couldn't find Rodriguez, and right when I did in the 90 plus 3, I couldn't find the finish. If extra of 1 as well, we'll be only 4 points clear. You know what? on the positive side of things, it's another unbeaten episode, and it is 11 points out of 15, which is decent. 3 wins and 2 draws. The 2 draws have come against lower league opposition, who I don't even know how they've got down there, because they're both very good teams, Newport and Crawley. I don't know how they've managed to fall all the way down. 56 to 44 in terms of possession, 9 shots to 7, and 2.3 expected goals to 1.9 by a slight edge, but draw's probably the right result, so I'm not going to contest it too much. Man of the match for us or for the whole game, will go to Samuel Porter. What a man, on his debut, putting in such a defensive performance like he did. I'm not scared of the left back position anymore. I think Nkosi can complete his loan and he'll come back fine. Moffat, we don't need to worry about him being out, because we've got some very good talents to hold that spot. Rodriguez gets the assist at a 7.8 today, with the goal coming from Curtis Mills and a 7.2. Maybe it was wrong to bring him it was just trying to find the finish to win that game was a pain. Duncan gets a 7.5 today. 6 shots on his goal, 5 saves, conceded 1, and the one he conceded was a very nice finish from Zanzala, tight in the bottom left-hand corner, so I can't complain. Man of the match for Newport could be any of their defenders, because he had about 17 of them, but it is Norman who gets the man of the match for them, 7.8, and he gets the best rating. A goal from Zanzala gives them a 7.4, where the assist come from Wildig, and a 7.3. The goalkeeper Day, with the similar record towards Logan Duncan, 6 shots on his goal, 5 saves, 1 conceded. Also, what was it? Yeah, look at their formation, by the way. They've got 4 at the back, and then they've got those 3 midfielders that were acting as defenders, really, weren't they? So they did actually have 7 at the back. I wasn't lying when I said it. It's a bit annoying, but Exeter also lost, and Bradford lost. Both Exeter and Bradford lost. So that's big. That's fine. You know what? That's fine. We got more points than they did today. I can't believe that with Sam Porter, though. I didn't think he'd get man of the match. He set the start. Yeah, you know what? Give him all the credit in the world. He's getting a loan out next year, but while we've got him, we might as well flaunt him. Very good performance from him today. And we're undefeated still, even though we've won, or even though we've got a point here, our manager rating will probably still go down. But, oh, it's fantastic. Football isn't always predictable. It's about the size of it. I realise as well now that we didn't loan out McDonald, so I'm going to have to give him some game time to not completely ruin him, because I do want him about, but I don't get it. We're top of the league. I know we've done no objectives. That's probably why. I get that. But none of them were like very high priority. If we win the league and get sacked, by the way, I'm not doing a career mode again. That's something that clear. There won't be any more career modes on this channel. And that is Sam Porter getting his loan deal through now to fuck knows where. I've forgotten where it was. Alanyaspor. It was a Turkish team. Unless I'm getting mixed up with somebody else. For a loan next year. Which will see him hopefully grow into a very good player. We know he's a very good player because of today, but could get even better. Porter will get his loan deal, and Rob Patterson wants the game against Crewe. If I remember next episode, mate, you'll get it. It's between you and Porter, so it probably will be you. But Porter, they've both put in good performances to show why they should be starting, so it's just a difficult one, really. Right, what was I going to check? Contreras. What's his potential looking like? Because he has grown in rating. Okay, he's just kind of... Yeah, he's still at his potential, but he's slowly going up the way. Which isn't too bad. Maybe that potential can break him through a bit more. Ronnie Hansen doesn't have a potential tag, which is kind of concerning, but he has a lot of room to grow. And he's about to hit 65. Galloway. I wish he had a potential tag. Wait. Oh, I was going to say. Fucking hell. I nearly lost my shit there. He says defensive potential, I thought, but how's his defensive awareness only 39 for a centre back? Jesus. He's hit his max speed. And if I get sick of him being a centre back, we can always, I mean, it might take a while, but we can always work on those shooting stats and put him back up front, can't we? But, well, I mean, this kid here, McGregor, he is growing like a fucking truck, like a rocket. Him and Moffat are the future of those fullback spots. Well, anyway, that will wrap up another episode. We've got a bit more to cover, but the gameplay portion is done. So first of all, take a look at the table and how it ends for today. We are 7 points clear, in a very good spot. 13 points clear of the playoffs, which means we're getting ever closer to being victorious in terms of getting to League One. But I would like the title to go along with it. Exeter sitting second. Bradford finished third for today, with Mansfield, Morecambe, Tranmere and Grimsby holding those playoff spots. As we read down, this is how the rest of the table is looking on the way down. And bottom two, if there was a National League, Leyton Orient would be returning there along with Barrow. So that's how it's looking there. FA Cup, how far are we in now? 5th round, Liverpool versus United. Ooh. Be a good little scrap there. And Carabao Cup, I think probably in the final, aren't we? Yep, Liverpool versus Chelsea in the final to decide that. Papa John's Trophy, semi-finals, Wigan and Cambridge, Grimsby and Barnsley. Fair play Grimsby for getting that far. The playoffs will come about at some point. That was a pre-season tournament. And we'll check the European tournaments at the end of the season. Top scorers is, well, we know who's top. It's Rodriguez with 19 in 30 appearances. Howell is still better at goal to game ratio, I think is what I'm on about here, right? That's correct, isn't it? I could be wrong, but I think it is correct. 16 and 23 for the Welshman, even though struggled today, but hopefully we'll come back better next episode. We've also got Sarr in there on double figures now, 10 and 24. And for assists is Ochoa, who's running away with it a little bit. He's a creative genius. Fran Ochoa with 15 assists in 29 appearances, with Veron for Exeter in second with 12. Rodriguez also on 12, Howell on 11, Sarr on 7, Robertson Mills on 6, with Cochrane on 5, and I think that's all. And then in the clean sheet list, we've risen a little bit, with Rojas, of course, getting 7 and 25. None of those have come for Hartlepool United, but we don't care. We'll take what we can get. And Logan Duncan registered another clean sheet. He makes his way back into the top 25 with 4 clean sheets this season so far. And that Battersby goalkeeper had 4 and 4. Now it's 4 and 6, so he's let some games in. Contreras still top for yellows, and only 4 red cards have come all against us this season. So the stats are looking. Personal stats in the squad hub. This is where he is at. Rojas has played the most games. Technically he hasn't, because some of those weren't for our club, but he technically has as well. Rodriguez on 32, Fran Ochoa on 30. Goals have come from Carlos Rodriguez now on 19, Harry Howell on 17, Jean-Paul Sarr on 10, Mills, Cochrane, Robertson, Ochoa all on 6, Arango on 2, technically 13, but on 2 since the return from his loan. 2 from Galloway, 2 from Palacios, 2 from Malangu, and 1 from McGregor. And as for assists, it's Fred Ochoa that tops the assist list with 15 assists in League 2. 13 from Rodriguez overall, 11 for Howell, 9 for Sarr, 7 for Roberts, 6 each for Mills and Cochrane. Similar numbers from both players here in the midfield, actually. That's quite interesting. But Cochrane has a slight edge on the fact that more clean sheets happen when he plays. Malanga with 4, Munoz with 4, 2 with Alonso and Palacios and Arango. Although Arango would have 4, I think, at this point, if I remember correctly, or maybe 5. We'll have to add them together later on. Isaacson getting 1 on his debut before getting his broken elbow, and then Logan Duncan somehow getting 1. I don't even remember how, to be honest. I think he rolled it to somebody and they ran the whole way and scored. I do not remember, but he does have an assist. So we'll wrap up the news, and then we'll look at the biggest transfers from January as well as our own business, and then the episode. So Zanzala scores equaliser against Hartlepool. In our fought contest, Zanzala's equaliser proved to be the final key moment of the game as Hartlepool United drew against Newport County. That's fine, I guess. It was kind of annoying, but what can you do? Another heated encounter for Hartlepool and Crew. What was heated last time? Did we beat them? We did beat them 2-1, so it was a close game there. And the next step towards the title is against Crew, as we know. Samuel Porter is man of the match. First team football has been a long time coming for Samuel Porter, who has been rising through the ranks for a while, but he's been given chances by the boss now, and he's proving it's been worth the wait. Today he put in a surprisingly mature performance, which saw him chosen as man of the match. His youth coaches must be proud of him. He already looks and sounds the part. I just have to be patient, he said in his post-match interview. I've got my whole career ahead of me, haven't I? I trust the manager's decision. And that is all the news, I think. We've got some transfer news here, obviously. We read that already. So let's go look and see what the biggest moves of January were, as well as our own business. So, of course, we read from September onwards, because the September ones will have gone through in January. So these are all summer ones. The biggest three of the window overall, though, were Pedri to Manchester City for 144.2 million, which looks like a bargain still. 142.6 million for Dusan Vlahovic to go to Arsenal. And Randall Colomwani has gone to Barcelona for 97.3 million. Now, as we continue to read down, September onwards, please. Is there any big deals? The biggest deal looks like it was Ansu Fati, who has gone from Barcelona to Spurs for 79.6 million. In real life, you kind of robbed, but that's a very good price in game. Looking at the ratings here, fair play to Spurs pulling that one off. Gabriel Jesus went through to Barcelona for 73.1 million. He looks pretty good as well. And as we continue to read down, let's see if there's any more January big moves, or if those were it. Gabriel has gone from Celta Vigo to Manchester City. I don't know how he got to Celta Vigo in the first place, but it is a 61.4 million deal that will seal that manoeuvre to the Premier League once again. Julian Brandt has found a move from Borussia Dortmund to Barcelona. It's a bit surprising, but not a bad move for him. And I mean, he's not a bad player, to be honest, so it's not the worst. 59.2 million is the deal for that one. Javi to Leeds. I know it's not a summer, it's a summer move and not a winter move, but that's one of the weirdest moves I've seen in career mode. I'm aware that was August though, don't worry. Ruben Neves moving from Leicester, didn't even know he'd gone there. He's moved to Leverkusen now for a cool 55 million. Not a bad deal, exactly on his valuation, that one. Sonse going from Hoffenheim to Leverkusen for 54.9 million. I don't even know if it's how you pronounce it. It might be Sunset, but he is Spanish, so I'm just gonna assume it's Sonse, and if it's wrong, it's wrong. It's a good deal for Leverkusen anyway. They're spending up. Marco Verratti making the move to Atletico Madrid from PSG, 54.5 million. Still a very good player, but will be declining in rating as he's 32 now. Hit 32, I should say. Spurs have, for whatever reason, sold Rodrigo Bentancur to Real Sociedad for 53 million, which at the moment is his valuation, and it's a smart move for Sociedad, but a dumb one if you're a Spurs fan. Mikel Merino is the next one. It is 50.8 million. He's gone from Juventus in this career mode to Newcastle United now. A good move for Newcastle, to be fair, and good valuation. Marcus Edwards has gone through as well in February, so there still might be some deals to come, but Marcus Edwards will move to Chelsea in the summer for 50.4 million. Noni Madueke knew that Edwards was coming in. He said, I'm boosting, mate. Madueke has left for 49.7 million, which is very cheap, actually, compared to what he could be in this career mode. He has gone from Chelsea to Newcastle United. Continuing down the list, it is Ezequiel Palacios who's going to leave Leverkusen for Marseille for 48.6 million. Under his valuation, to be fair. Boubacar Kamara makes the move from Birmingham to London, from claret and blue to claret and blue, as he goes from Aston Villa to West Ham for 48.4 million. And we keep running down the list here. We're nearly at the end. Baumgartner moving from Bournemouth to Dortmund. That's a bit of a change, if anything. 47.9 million for the Austrian Cam. As we continue to read down, David Raum going from Leipzig, was it? Yeah, Leipzig. I should have checked the club beforehand. He's gone to Manchester United for 47.7 million. As usual, we've overpaid, but we've a good signing for us, to be fair. Alban Lafont has gone from Nantes to Bayern Munich for 47.3 million. It's a good deal for a good goalkeeper, and we'll see how he goes, I guess, eventually. I don't know if we'll ever see him, but he might still be there when we hit the Champions League. I believe that might be the last deal. It is the last deal, except for these two, which is Jorginho Rutter, the young striker, going from Leeds United to Roma to partner up with Gonzalo Guedes, it seems like, for 46.3 million. He's gone from Leeds. And the final move that we're going to talk about here is Chukwueze from Villarreal to Juventus for just 46.2 million. As for our business, this is how we did our business. I don't know why I did that in an accent, but these were the business moves we made. We sent Vicente Ojeda out on loan to Sandhausen, Ramon Murillo out on loan to Wigan, Tiziano Conti out on loan to Luzern, or on permanent deal, I should say, to Luzern for 750k. I've just thought as well, we're going to have to try and rotate Ramon Murillo back into the squad. That would be a fun attempt to try and do. I believe he was showing great potential when he left. Hopefully he'll still have that when he comes back. Ollie Dalton has gone from Hartlepool to Giresunspor on a loan. Ed Prince never really grew, and he still hasn't grown. He's gone from Hartlepool to Varbergs for 220k. Clement Bernard went on the loan from Hartlepool to LAFC, and he seems to be flourishing, so I guess we'll have to rotate him in next year at some point as well. Blake Anderson made a loan move to Cremonese. I don't know if he'll still be around. And then the big one, Aidan Sutherland, fucking doing fantastic over in Belgium. By the looks of it, 81 rated, only 19 years of age. He's going to be a pretty penny to bring back. But if I can, I will. 27.7 million was the fee, and it looks cheap now compared to where he's at. Marquez, I think this was just an influx of too many wingers again, and he's actually not done too badly. We may have to keep an eye on him and maybe bring him back down the line if he continues to perform. Put him on the shortlist just in case. He's gone to Corona Kielce for 800,000. Dylan Roberts to Wisla Plock for 500k. How is he getting on? Not much better than what he was when he left here. He was a CDM at the start. We tried to make him to something from a right wing. I remember that. And it hasn't really happened for him. But hopefully he can push on. Alan Humphreys, I know he won't go up in overall because his potential was 62. But he's gone to Voluntari for 420k. Hopefully he's having a good time there. Jabu Tshabalala has gone to East Bengal. He just wasn't going to ever be good enough. 97k, and he stayed at the same rating of 54. Despite being 6'7", which was fun for a little bit, you have to have some quality back there as well, which Jabu Tshabalala did not have, unfortunately. Ramon Alonso's brought in from Atlanta United, I should say, for 2.2 million, but he's still recovering from his injury, so we've not really had the full chance to use him yet. Godson Hassan was on the way out when Ramon Alonso was on the way in. He's gone to Annecy for £700,000. He's gone up a little bit, you know. Maybe worth keeping an eye on at some point. Not just yet, though. Marius Thomas, he's out on loan at West Brom. He's had a good season, and I'm looking forward to using him when he comes back, to be honest. Whether he starts or not, we'll see. But he will definitely be involved in the plans. Dave Maxwell, unfortunately, probably won't be. I'm going to be straight up. Probably won't be involved in the plans. He hasn't really found his footing on loan at Benevento, and he hasn't gone up in any overall. Nathan Wood's another one that probably won't see any more time in a Hartlepool colours because he is on loan at Maritimo, and he hasn't really grown either, unfortunately. Chisco Medina, he went to Crewe for 500k. He's grown a little bit in his overall, but he never had great potential. So it's still a smart move, and Crewe will probably be enjoying using him, so that's fine by me. Mariano Martinez has grown quite well on loan at Elche, back in his home country. I'll be looking forward to trying to integrate him into the team next year. I don't know how the fuck I'm going to do it. But it'll have to be a pick between Martinez and Ojeda, I think, next year, as to who we keep around as well. Malcolm Kay, he's gone out on loan. He's meant to be one of the ones to watch, but he hasn't really been doing anything worthy of watching. He's still only at 60 rated, and I don't know how I'm going to factor him in the plans next year. We'll figure it out. Ayanda Smith, he is on loan at Al Nassr. He's gone up a few ratings, maybe someone we keep about. We'll have to do a lot of thinking in the summer, and that's still 3 or 4 episodes away, so no worries just yet. But Ayanda Smith doing alright at Al Nassr, hopefully providing Ronaldo with some goals there. Brandon Steele out on a permanent deal to Sarpsborg for 500,000. Probably the correct move. He wasn't growing much more, and we didn't really have enough wing space for him, so he has gone there. Sam Baldwin out on loan to Kalmar FF. He is doing alright. Think I want to keep him around. He's gone up 5 or 6, so I want to see how much more growth we can get out of him. And depending on that, he probably will be in the plans. So probably a second loan next year. Nemeni Nkosi, someone I really want to keep about. He's gone up to 66 overall at Royal Union Saint Galois, and he'll be back in the summer. We did load out Nezovic with a view to selling him on a permanent deal, purely because his rating's too high for this team now that we've transitioned him to his best position, which maybe Cam. I might transition him to a winger and see what he does there as well when he comes back from his loan from Bayern. But he will be a man who will depart in the summer. For definite, Alex Jones, smart move to sell him to Rochdale Sold him for 200k. He's gone up an overall or two, I think, but never really had the potential to stay in this side. And he's doing alright at Rochdale, I think. I hope, anyway. Tommy Sheehan, he has gone to Sarpsborg as well. 600k. Nothing against him because he's probably a really good right winger back in the day. I say back in the day, 17. Probably a really good right winger, but he had no potential growth. His highest potential was 70. And it's better just to cash in and get profit rather than keeping someone around who shouldn't be around. Luca Carpenter's had an okay loan deal, but I think it might be a couple more loan deals before he gets involved a bit more. But he's grown quite well, and I'm happy to keep him about. We brought in Mateo Rojas as a backup goalkeeper as well. We need someone a bit more higher rated, and he's got the ability, and he's got good stats all around. And it also weakens Tranmere, who we signed him from, so not bad at all there. 900k for Mateo Rojas. We've loaned a Tshabalala out as Lebohang Tshabalala. He was 48 when he got loaned out, so he's 50 now. Not too bad to say it's only been a month. He either will be a long-term project or we move him on and look for a better Tshabalala. But we will have a Tshabalala, I guarantee you, for the Champions League final. Bishop went on loan to Al Nassr as well, linking up with Aidan Smith, and he's grown quite well in that little spell already. I would like Thomas Bishop to come through because I would like an Aussie in the squad. But if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Ethan James, he came back from his loan and immediately got sold on to Südtirol, which was a smart move. Didn't grow really on his loan deal. I think he grew like a rating in 2 years, which doesn't show potential really. And he's moved out to Südtirol on a permanent basis for 460,000. I'm really losing my voice, and we're nearly at the end, thank God. I'm just going to take a quick drink for his last couple of transfers. Towards the end of the window there, you saw a couple of loan deals go through. One of those was Jackson Barlow to Braunschweig. He looks very, very good. And I think he's gone up already. I can't remember what his rating was when we loaned him out, but he might be in the. He's got to be in the plans. I think if it's gonna be difficult because I want to keep Aidan Smith on, but Barlow's growing quite well already. It might be a bit more difficult. We've already sold David Harkin, who, nothing against him, just didn't have the potential to stick around. And we had too many striker numbers as it was. 800k to Degger for us. He will do wonderfully over there. And best of luck to all these players that we've sold as well, I should mention. Guzman, I'm low-key regretting because he's already got up to 66. And our transfer fee, just for the record, some of these transfer fees, their values were below what I've asked for, just for the record. You can see the transfer negotiations early on in the episode. But this one's made the right mug of me here, and we might still bring him back at some point. But Martin Guzman at Ponferradina now is doing all right over there, and hopefully he can push on, as well as Axel Bernard, who was someone I really want to give a chance to. But Jay Marango came into the forefront, and it pushed Axel Bernard down to 5th choice. You don't really need a 5th choice for a striker. So Braunschweig will take him on at the end of the season. He's unhappy, should play more. He won't play more, unfortunately. So the unhappiness will continue. And then finally, we just done it there. Sam Porter will make his loan move to Alanyaspor. Very good debut for Hartlepool in that game just there against Newport. And we will be using him between him and Patterson because we've got no Douglas Moffat at the moment, and then Manny Nkosi still out on loan. So he will get some experience before he goes out on loan. But I think he's got something, this kid. I think he's got some potential. So we'll keep an eye on him, on his loan, and how he goes. So I just want to check Jackson Barlow before we go. I know I should end the episode, and I will in a moment. I just want to see how he's doing on his loan already, because he's already up to 65. He's got up 8 already. You fucking what? This kid has to be involved, I think, next year, potentially. Who else is our left wing? What other left wings do we have? We've got Palacios, and we've got Ochoa. And then we'll also have Ayanda Smith coming back, Jackson Barlow coming back, Nathan Wood coming back. We'll have plenty of players in that situation, as well as Albie Holmes. We're going to have to make some choices. But, ladies and gentlemen, those choices will come in a few episodes' time. We've got 3 more episodes to complete before the end of the season. Next episode will be 5 more games, of course, as per the norm. It will be Crewe Alexandra, Exeter City, which could be a title. I say it could be a title decider. We're currently in the lead by quite a bit. But if we beat Exeter, we're probably on target to win the League 2 title. We've got Tranmere as well, Gillingham, and then we finish off away at Salford. For the episode after that, it will be Forest Green, Harrogate, Mansfield, Wimbledon and Sutton, and then to finish it off for what would be episode 10 at that point, I think, or episode 11. Stevenage, Barrow, Rochdale, Morecambe and Swindon will end the season. But ladies and gentlemen, that will wrap it up for today. I hope you guys have enjoyed another episode of this Hartlepool United career mode. Tomorrow, potentially, not confirmed. I'm not going to say anything to a promising deal, but I might, if I can, if I have time, finish off the Bolton rebuild. If not, I will definitely do it at some point next week. Hartlepool United career mode, of course, we're back Monday, Wednesday, Friday now, because I want to get back into it and I want to get into League One and work our way up the divisions a bit faster than what we're doing. But ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode, and I will see you on Monday, potentially tomorrow, for another video. Peace.